smack about him, and he can't say anything.
Ooh,
It
good
does, but it also means that either Spencer or Dan can do a recap for my father.
Hello.
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 There he is.
Nose goes, Spencer.
You don't know that I didn't beat you.
I also did
What?
recap for you last time, so.
Each of you roll 1d20 in the
Alright,
chat.
it's fine. I can give a decent recap and just fill in any of the blanks I missed, Dan.
Sure.
So, long story short, Dan found me unconscious on the ground,
Eddie.
with very little recollection of how I got there. Just I went to
Much
sleep in
alcohol?
some tavern inn and was suddenly awoke on the forest floor with Dan looking over me, with you guys behind him.
Sure.
We ended up going
Went to sleep.
Yeah, I was asleep. Dan was. You guys
Uh-huh.
were awake.
Sure, you were asleep.
But
Chance, hey, he's trying to give a recap. Shut up.
Wait, I can't hear Chance. Can you guys hear Chance?
Yes, turn up his
Your
volume. So right click on his name.
Oh,
and-
never mind. He's muted to
Have me
me,
turned
not
down.
to everybody.
why'd you mute Chance?
Because we were in the same room last time and we were getting feedback.
Whatever.
Are you there, Chance?
Yes, I'm here.
Maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Anyway, so we talked to some guards and basically found out that we were already inside the walls and we didn't need to get inside the walls. So then we turned and walked towards the tavern where we were told that basically the only thing interesting around here, or at least the most interesting thing around here to us from our conversation, was the abbot?
The
The
Abbey.
Abbey, yeah.
Yeah, the abbey with the abbot, who seemed interesting and slightly menacing from our conversation. But he appears to be all harmless and, well, not harmless, he's very powerful.
Harmless is an interesting word.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would not say harmless. I
He
would say
seems
he is
extremely
not-
powerful, but
Yeah,
not
he's-
against us.
Yeah, he's not going to harm us because he is celestial.
Okay, that's
Well,
Yeah, no,
okay,
he-
just because he's celestial doesn't mean he's good.
He
As
follows the
celestial.
same god as our man here,
I am.
so
Yeah,
Well,
as we are.
And
as we
that
are.
man there.
that
He presents
automatically
himself.
scored him some points.
He presents himself as such. I'm
like-
skeptical.
He was
claims
pretty.
to hear.
We had a pretty extensive conversation with him, and then got some further outside input on about him from his house guest at the moment,
Gotcha.
who is now coming with our party.
Weren't
what's the
there
name of
some
them?
colorful characters that you met on your
Yeah,
way in
there was
the Abbey?
at the abbey. Yeah, there were mongrels, is what they call themselves. They're like these multi-creature, they're like hybrid creature, humanoid kind of abominations. That
Okay.
they are like wards of the abbot.
He kind of runs a hospital.
More of an
Yeah, he
asylum.
kind of he likened it to an asylum.
Okay,
so-
either he
so-
runs a hospital or he's Dr. Mengele. I mean,
Well,
I don't-
we got the impression that these things were made by Strahd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just taking care of them, and because they're outcast, there's no way they're gonna be allowed back
Right.
in society.
What happened to them?
They're just
they
like
did not know specifically.
they're,
Okay,
they're
but-
just like
but they're like they're like
they're like
Things put together.
donkey head, wolf feet, like
Give me a second. I'll send you some pics.
They're people with
They're
animal bits.
gross. Yeah,
And
or
not
maybe
the
they're
furry
animals
way.
with people bits. Thanks, Trace.
It's a very important distinction, is it not?
Suppose.
especially nowadays.
Just one
Are
that
we
none of the rest of
doing-
us were thinking about.
Are we doing any kind of roll 20 or anything for this yet?
Not yet. I need to buy the official Roll20 pack thing so that we
I
actually
never
have...
figured out roll 20.
I'll teach you guys when
I've never used it, so
Yeah,
There
that
are-
picture's horrible, dude.
Well, click on it. And...
Then it can be big and horrible.
Got
well,
the gist.
no,
You
if
can
you
get the
open it,
gist.
it's
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm just
they the big ugly. It's the most important thing to get.
Okay, so what are we doing now? Are we still in that town? Or are we?
You are
So
still in
we're-
the Abbey.
yeah, we're attending dinner, right?
At the abbey.
Trace?
Yeah, that was where we were.
I think
I,
that's where we stopped.
You were exploring the abbey and had just finished upstairs, hadn't you? You just
No,
finished.
I thought we had finished upstairs and we were going downstairs to go to dinner.
Oh yes, the dinner bell did. Well, no, they
And
were
we
feeding.
didn't gain any more levels, right?
No, we're level 3. We didn't do anything really.
They did
Okay.
one fight. If you want,
We killed some
any more
shadows, and there's a
details and
screaming
stuff-
table.
Oh yeah,
So
I would recommend that you watch the video. I'll link it so that you can get all the details that you want.
I
Or you
feel
can
like
just
it'd be more
keep it
listened
spacey.
to, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
listened
I've
to.
got the gist.
was there a secret
Yeah.
camera I wasn't aware of? Or?
No, but this time there's a graphic. I fixed
Ooh.
it this time.
You're a graphic.
Hey now.
Apparently.
A graphic what?
Just as a heads up to DM and others, I did take the Battle Master fighter archetype, so I've got like a bunch of 3 extra abilities that I can use in combat. So
Using
We
your
were all
superiority
wondering.
die.
yes, using my superiority die.
Using your fight power.
We were all on the
I'm-
edge of our seats wondering.
I'm mostly saying that, Dan, so that whenever we're all getting absolutely screwed in a fight and I forget that I have these abilities, someone else can say,
You have a character
And-
sheet!
"We need
Burn
I
the
do,
tool!
and it's-
Burn the tool!
Exactly.
Dan, are there any details that you would like to add about the abbot and what he might be doing?
The
Oh, the bride.
What?
Yeah, that's
The
kind of
bride.
important, isn't it?
I didn't
Bard?
hear.
The bride.
The bride.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna get to that. So he's celestial. He can speak celestial, and like I'm not getting any evil signs off of him. Like his alignment is good, right?
Okay.
There is no detect alignment. Detect good and evil does not actually detect alignment. It's ridiculous.
That's true. That's
It
true.
lies.
That's true. But I also did not I rolled insight checks on him and like nothing like he doesn't seem to be like malicious.
Let's just
But he may be going a little crazy. 1 second, sorry. Trace, Spencer, can you pick up?
Yeah, the girl who we picked up in our party, what was her name again, Trace?
That was... You're gonna have to wait a second for me to get her full name, since you don't remember. I have to say the full thing because it's very pretentious.
Okay.
Esmeralda... Where's your stat block?
Whatever. Esmeralda, basically said that he's kind of losing it, and his plan of doing this makeshift corpse bride to try to get Strahd to quit taking women from the nearby village every like 15 years or so is basically a bad plan, and that she thinks he's wasting his time and she wants to just go kill Strahd. So
Okay.
we also agreed to go with her to her caravan to get a bunch of goodies, free weapons and stuff. She said she's got some Strahd killing gear. So
okay.
She wasn't very
Gear sounds
specific.
good.
yeah, she wasn't super specific about what it was that we needed to get from her carriage, but that we needed to take her with us and that she needed our help to get there.
I mean, you didn't
All right,
ask
so-
specifically. I do have a list.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Simultaneous at this moment, we are dealing with extra chick in the party who might have some cool weapons
She's
and wants to
she
screw.
also
Who
has
wants
shown
to kill
she's
Strahd?
combat. She's proficient in combat. You saw her stabbing
Oh, yeah, she is
things,
excellent in
slashing
combat.
things, and casting
Okay,
magic
cool.
missile.
So she's awesome. She's a good fighter.
She's dangerous.
She's dangerous. There's also the abbot, and he's kind of losing his mind.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy and all, but he's just like a little loopy. He looks really young, but he's secretly really old, you know?
Sure.
Because Celestial.
All right.
And the abbot gave you guys a quest, did he not?
Yeah, the abbot asked us to get a dress for this bride, and the girl told us that that's a huge waste of time. So I'm inclined to follow the girl, but if I recall, Dan was a little bit more insistent on that we try to find a bride's gown because of his abbot's connection to his deity.
So
So,
understanding
yeah,
what
go
the
ahead.
abbot really wants might be useful. So even if we're not really going to try and get him the dress, at least going to see where he wanted us to go and what he wanted us to do to get
Well,
it.
he didn't give us any specifics on. He just wanted a like. I asked him what kind of dress, and he said a white dress. Make sure it's pretty.
Are we in
Like
the town still? Like
You are
the
still
town
in the
we're in?
yeah,
area.
but this town isn't
will it-
gonna have like
Yeah.
a shopping center that we can buy a pretty dress. Like,
Oh, okay.
You
there's
do
not enough
remember
meat to go around in this town.
the town. There was one building larger than the others in the town itself. There was also a shrine next to a pool that was said to
Yes.
be able to cure diseases and the such.
Yeah,
But it seems like it once had more power than it does now.
yeah. If whenever Dan inspected it, it was a healing, like a regeneration thing, but only whenever you only works like once per person ever.
Fair.
So I
Okay.
filled up my flask with some of that water just in case one of us needs it.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, there's a chance that we get vampirism or something.
Hurt.
Or not.
It is lesser restoration, so you'd have to catch things like that quickly before it actually becomes the curse form.
Hmm.
Um,
What is that voice sound?
That's Chance's giant voice telling us that there's lightning within the area, right, Chance?
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. I couldn't make it out, and yeah, no, it was ominous and strange.
Yes.
Yeah,
is
it
ominous.
kind of is ominous and strange.
So, if I remember correctly, you guys had just left the hospital room, and there is dinner being served to the mongrel folk. You were offered bowls
Yeah.
of that. You'll have to find Clavin wherever he's doing his rounds with the mongrel folk, or you could go and hang out with the abbot for a bit. So the abbot can try and help you find Clavin, or you can just chill somewhere.
Who's Clavin?
He was
The guy.
He was one of the mongrel folk that is basically in charge of the other ones. He's kind of a manservant. He's weird. He has one lobster hand and two heads, and is an alcoholic.
But he plays this like corded instrument
Viol.
really well. Yeah, viol.
Viola.
He's really good at it.
Not a viola, a viol.
Viola.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah, no, I've been really flexible this whole time. I feel like our NPC in the party may. Does she feel like we need to just get going, or?
If you feel like you need to get going, that is fine with me. But a little bit of extra food before we go might not be a bad idea, so that we're not wasting our potential rations.
So
let's go ahead
I have
and
a
eat
second level
and
spell
rest
called
a little.
Protection from Poison. Would that Trace? Can you help me with the details on that?
So protection from poison, you cast it on one person,
okay.
and it protects them from poisons, the poisoned condition, but not poison damage, if I remember correctly.
Are you concerned about us being poisoned in this meal?
Well, I guess not. If everybody else is eating it,
All these mongrel folk are.
of course, maybe
Yeah.
that's how they became mongrel folk and how he keeps them under control.
They are
You're
howling.
inherently suspicious.
They are howling. You can hear them through the walls and stuff. They are just.
Well, I guess we just follow the howling.
Ever since Spencer rang the bell, it was just.
Yeah, I asked if I could ring the dinner bell.
Fine. Okay, I guess it'll help us learn about what's going on.
I mean,
Hey, I'm back.
if nothing else, like she said, it's just a free ration.
Sure. Let's find what's it, Clovis or whatever his name is, and try to get some food.
I imagine if we just follow the howling, he'll be right there.
Or we just follow the abbot.
He's probably downstairs at this point.
Oh, I thought he was with us. My bad.
The abbot's with you. Clavin is not. So this is the abbot speaking, saying, he's probably downstairs by this point. From the sound of it, there
Okay.
are some of the mongrel folk are just below us, and he points to a stairwell.
Cool.
I will go down the stairs. Doopity doo.
Sure.
So as you go
Yeah, I
down,
guess we'll stay together.
so you enter a room that used to be an office, evidenced by the remains of a desk and a chair. both of which have been smashed to pieces by this point. A hallway to the south leads to a staircase going up where you just came from. A dark passage to the east is full of lots of screams, bestial odors, and mad laughter, and unnatural whispers. And you can see there's a light down that corridor, and you hear humming, and you
Is
hear
it the same?
Like mechanical humming or like a person humming?
like a person humming.
Is it the same guy that was playing the stringed instrument?
Yep, he is there
Okay.
holding a big old pot of stew and
Awesome.
dishing
Hey,
it
Can
out.
I get some stew, Cloven, my man?
Oh yes, certainly. And he scoops out with a little ladle in his lobster claw and looks around awkwardly and then sets down his pot, and then he's just like, oh, and he reaches into a sack and pulls out some bowls and hands them to you and fills them.
He doesn't need to dirty one of his. I have a mess kit.
You're so prepared, Dan.
I am a true
You have
adventurer.
one too.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sure we all do, but
I have the operatrist box that I could use, but I should probably not.
Just pouring stew onto dead moths and butterflies. Oh,
add some extra protein.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and borrow a bowl.
nice stew
Yeah,
cereal.
same.
All right.
I'll stick with the bowl.
Yeah, I'll just eat what they've got. That's
Now,
what they've got.
you do see a shape walking down the hallway. As it comes towards you, it's about 7 feet tall, and it looks similar-ish in make to the bride, but just appears to be this big lumbering form, and it just looks down at you and looks down at Clavin and at the abbot, and the abbot's just like, oh
I
yes,
mean, it's
yes,
not
they're
looking down
fine.
at me.
They're fine. Just go ahead, go about your rounds. You're doing great. And he turns around and walks away, lumbering.
I'd point
You
out
have
I'm
sort
at
of
eye
a
level with this man.
Frankenstein monster sort of feel to him.
Yes, he's stitched.
So
together
did the
from
bride.
parts. So did the bride.
They
And you
are
also
totally
saw
stitched together.
the
from corpses.
table on which they were stitched.
Mhm.
You
I
did not.
broke it.
It was covered in cloth, and none of you moved the cloth unless you want to go and do that. But here in these little cells, well, I call them cells. There's about 60 mongrel folk. They're
Do all
not
the Mongol
locked.
folks speak, or
They speak. They are very loud.
are there any that seem interested in talking to us?
There are a couple staring at you. Some strange ones.
I'll get down to their level and say hello, friends.
So in this room, you see 9 mongrel creatures in the middle of this room, staring at you in silence with hungry looks in their eyes.
Some food yet?
You only cut into the last bit there.
I said, do they have their bowls of food yet?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Well, come get their food. I'll step out of the way so they can get to Cloven. Don't want to be in between
Yeah.
them and their food.
So they do not approach the door, even though it is wide open at this point. If you look
Huh.
in, the doors are all unlocked. They just are just standing there, and Clavin kind of grumbles a little bit as he walks up towards them, and then slowly puts 9 bowls there, and they are just ravenous for them.
But they
But
still
they're
don't leave the
patient
room?
and they wait.
They wait until he's done because they know what happens whenever they rush him.
I mean, yeah.
The abbot will
reason to
say,
go at 'em.
if you need me, I'll be in the main chamber at the altar doing my evening time prayer. Please make yourself at home. And he will turn and leave.
So as a cleric, I think I should join him in prayers.
You could.
Okay. I kind of quickly, jog and catch up to him and say, brother, I need to say my evening prayers as well. May I join you?
Oh, certainly. Come. And we'll get back to you and the abbot here in a minute. So as he leaves, Clavin turns to you, Spencer, and says, I never really liked those ones.
Well, why not?
Well, they've said some mean things about me in the past, and after they started a rumor that I was starving people, I thought that that was an appropriate response to them, is to cut their rations a little bit. Might as well make their lies true if they're going to be spreading them, eh?
I mean, that seems a little harsh.
Eh,
So next to the room next to those 9, you hear chanting.
You know, is any particular chanting?
It is complete nonsense to you.
Hmm.
It does not sound like any incantations you are familiar with.
what about me?
Still nothing.
Can I try to?
You can look into the room if you'd like.
Sure.
You see about 7 seated in the middle of the room, forming a ring, and they appear to be chanting what they, at least, think is a spell. Every third word or so is food.
Huh. Do
They're
they
casting
think
that
they're like
amazing
summoning the food? Yeah.
Yes, they have had a nasty habit of trying to summon the bell, as it were. They've already been eaten for the day. They do this until the bell rings again, and then there's like a minute period of them not, until I come and I feed them, and then they're back to it. He looks exhausted.
The work never ceases, does it?
Yes.
So, I would like to ask Clovis on the corpse bride, or the bride of that
His
Abbott
opinions
is
on it?
working on.
His opinions on it? Is that what you said? Yes?
Yes.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
what he
I mean, they weren't using those parts anyways, and if it helps some poor girls for at least a time, isn't that... I mean... I don't like
Greater good.
the fact that we're merely appeasing him, but I don't think that I can do anything to stop him, so this is the next best thing, right? I don't think there's anything any of us can do to stop him. I mean, remember what happened last time. That's why we have a Church of the Saint. 'Cause, well, she became a saint when she became a martyr.
Yep. Checks out.
Does
That
it?
is the
Okay.
story we were told.
Okay.
You hear singing from one of the rooms. In another room, you hear babies crying.
Are there children here?
Of course. I mean, there's people here. You think that this is some sort of puberty for us? We're born this way.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if you were transformed like midway through life, or if you did start out like this.
Some of us develop more into our features as we grow, but generally, it's mostly there.
So you weren't transmogrified by Strahd or anything?
People say in the womb. I don't know. It doesn't really matter one way or the other for me. I mean, it's just
Okay.
I'm this
so,
way. And
So, if we've, what is everyone's thoughts on going to get this dress?
I
The
mean,
Abbott seems to think he needs it. They probably should get it before or after we help. What was her name
Esmeralda.
again?
Faith.
Esmeralda. Yes.
Esmeralda. Thank you.
Okay, so let's help Esmeralda then do that.
I mean, they aren't mutually exclusive.
Oh, they're not.
yeah. Like, who knows where we're even gonna find a wedding dress?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like let's just do our thing.
So
Yeah,
from
we'll
the
figure it
room
out along the way.
with the singing, they crescendo a bit, and you can hear their words now. These ones aren't speaking gibberish.
What are they
Okay.
saying?
They are speaking a rhyme.
What's the rhyme?
I've seen that.
The devil dwells in his dark house upon the misty pillar. First he'll taste her sweet, sweet blood, and then he'll have to kill her.
No.
Over and over again. And if you look in their room, you do see that they are skipping around a gold statuette. Occasionally one will pick it up and like lead them around the room.
What's the statue?
It is a statue of Saint Markovia.
Okay, checks. Cool.
Do you have your paladin vision up?
Yeah.
This has some holy aura to it. The statue seems consecrated, heavily
Cool.
consecrated.
Cool.
Ooh, like
And
heavily
they
enough
aren't-
that we might be interested in it.
Possibly.
And they aren't getting hurt by it or anything.
No, they're not. But they
I
are.
point this out to my suspicious friend.
Which one?
Chance.
I'm always suspicious.
And
Well,
I'm
Chance
suspicious.
Oh,
I didn't
it
know I
sounded
was
like you were suspicious.
No, I was pretty suspicious, but I'm not there right now because I'm off hanging out with the dude praying.
Okay.
Do you think an artifact like that might be helpful against an unholy devil?
I mean, yes, but it's also probably protecting this place too.
I mean, it currently looks like it's being used as a toy.
It doesn't have to be doing anything in order to be protecting the place. Do you understand what I mean? Like, its
I
presence
guess.
could just be.
So the whole land of like the area that the actual chamber is on, like the main chamber, is consecrated ground. This area is not.
Okay. Can I go into the room and watch for a second?
All right. You go into the room. They continue skipping around. Yeah. They ignore you at the moment. One of them sets it down on the remains of a bed, and they all just kind of stare at it as they continue to chant.
All right.
I don't think they'd be willing to give it up very easily, and I don't feel like starting to steal it from them. That just feels wrong.
Oh, they're harmless.
I was about to ask them if they would mind me taking a look at it.
Oh, they won't respond to you, but Clavin will be like, "Oh, they're harmless. I've been meaning to get it out of their hands for a while."
Okay,
They,
so I'll.
So you don't mind if we just, you know?
I don't, but they aren't responding to you, so I don't know. Been a little bit
just,
afraid
like,
to myself.
I'll just like look at them and like put my hands up, and then I just want to like touch it.
As you touch it, one of them gasps, and they just continue staring.
Okay. Does anything happen? Like, do I see a vision or anything like that when I touch it?
No, but you feel protected as you touch it.
Almost like the spell protection.
No.
Okay. Would I feel the effects and like know what they are?
Unless you did identify, you just feel safer.
Okay. I don't think I have identify. Is that a spell?
It is a spell.
Just pick it up.
Okay.
Just pick it up.
None of you have it.
Yeah, I'll look at them like puzzlingly, like questioningly,
Why
and
doesn't
like
she have
pick it up.
All right. You pick it up and they start crying.
Okay. I
Like
put it back
weeping?
down. Put it back down.
All right. They go back to chanting.
Okay. Can I talk to them in any way?
They will not respond to you. They are very intent on continuing this chant.
What if you pick it up and then try to talk to them? Then you'll have their attention.
Or their anger.
I mean, you can always set it back down. Like,
Sure, I'll try that.
All right.
I'll pick it up again.
You pick it up again. They start weeping again.
How? Like, are they like uncontrollably or like?
How weeping
At the moment,
are
they seem a little bit unconsolable. Just like,
like, are we talking
they're on the
toddler
floor.
that had their like
Yes,
toy taken away, or
toddlers.
are we talking like addict that just had their sack taken? Like,
Like a toddler meth addict.
I ask them, why are they crying?
They continue crying.
I think that this is.
Let's
this
wait till they're all
racist
dead and then
just
take it.
By the way, the statue is made of gold.
They're not just gonna drop dead.
The statue is what?
Made of gold. You can see
I-
it wasn't just gold in, it is gold.
I think we should leave it. I think they feel safer with it. And
I mean-
as a paladin of this god, and as this person being a saint of my god, I if this is a place where it is doing good, then I think it should stay here.
I mean, I
That
don't
is
see
my
it
opinion.
benefiting them any way other than just emotionally.
Well,
But
sometimes emotions are all that you need.
you can't grow up with the pacifier in your mouth.
So how is my prayer time going?
As the camera pans over there, so you and the abbot go into the main chamber. I'll describe the main chamber for you, because that is important. So, the ground floor is a large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron no longer sits on the iron rack because that was taken away, but you do see a fire in the hearth with an iron rack on it, where a cauldron might sit if it was here, which it is not. And above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs up to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is still a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as to not touch her soft shoulders. She seems a bit lost in her own thoughts. And
is that the bride?
that is the bride.
Okay. So can I do a religion check to see if there's anything amiss? If this is indeed an in order temple of our god?
Yeah. Roll me a religion check. That makes sense.
And it's just 1d20, right?
Plus
Oh,
your
plus-
religion.
Plus 4.
So, nothing seems amiss. Everything's a little bit, just feels a little bit wonky. But, the golden disc, if you know that that's a holy symbol, and if this was a desecrated place, it would be tarnished or cracked or anything like that. It looks extremely polished, and you actually see a little bit of a shadow behind it.
So without seeming really obvious that might not trust it, can I go and examine and revere the holy symbol and try and perceive if there's anything unnatural about that shadow?
Roll perception.
Oh, sorry. Let me do it here where everybody can see it. 1d20. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't recognize anything.
Yeah,
This is why we use actual dice.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we all trust you, Dad. Just roll real dice.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put mute.
So, basically, I'll wait for him to get back, because he's the only person who needs
He
to
can
hear this.
hear, he just can't.
No, he's actively scolding the dogs. He's taking them to the deck, and
Play by play.
I was trying to get Darcy to the deck, and now my cat's trying to escape, and he's walking, and so anyways, back with you guys.
Sure. I think we've pretty much decided that we're not going to take the idol and that we're going to go
See,
with
I don't-
what's her
I don't
face.
know if I'm in on the not taking the idol. I feel like there's a lot of evil forces at work here
Yeah,
that
but
I
we also
don't
know-
like.
We also have
Very-
two. We have a cleric and a paladin who both already have holy symbols.
We
Yeah,
already
this
we
will not
also
function
know.
as
Consecrated.
was
I
gonna
don't
say
have
we
a
al-
holy symbol on me.
This would not function as a holy symbol. This is a full statuette.
Yeah, no, this would just be like some swag more than anything. But
I'm my point is that we know where it is, and so if we do need it, we can always come back and get it.
It's
I guess we
reasonable.
don't know. Since I didn't touch it, I don't know that he felt the protection. So I just feel like it's a gold statue. So I guess I shouldn't argue about it.
All right.
So yeah, we'll just move on.
Okay, so let's rock and roll. Where are we headed?
I think that we're going with what's her face to try to find her carriage. Is that
What did we want
the
to-
consensus?
Well,
Yeah,
you're
no,
Daphne.
I mean, that's
Yeah, we
far
gotta
out of
wait.
town. It's going to be a journey.
Yeah.
That's
So do I notice
we gotta-
anything else during prayers that seems amiss, Trace?
I will let you roll one more perception check.
Oh, goody.
Ooh, he's using the one I can see. What's your
course I
perception bonus?
2.
So 15. So.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, perception's 3.
Oh, so 16. So earlier you thought that the shadow was a trick of the light, but now that you're kneeling and praying before it with the abbot, there's a space behind there. There's a little alcove.
Okay.
But nothing's amiss. Like it just seems like a reasonable place to hide valuables.
Noted.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to go back with the rest of the party, and then we're gonna go do.
All right. So he meets back with you guys as you are making this will they won't they decision.
I think okay, so I think that we ought to go with her and sort of have the side quest of looking for a dress in mind.
Sounds great.
Well, did we want to look around here anymore?
You hear the rhyme
I
has
mean,
begun
I don't
again,
feel
by
like-
the way.
The rhyme?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
They continue to say their insane rhyme
things.
about the devil
I mean,
himself.
if you guys want to keep going down the hallway and look in the other rooms, he said there was like 60 of them or 60 people down here, so
I mean, I feel like we have a pretty good idea. They look like an oppressed people that are cursed from birth, from what they say.
Well, and they
Like,
certainly don't
this is
have a
just
very
the only
high
place they seem home.
Strahd, right? And they
Yeah,
think
no,
they
that-
seem to think that maybe the bride is some kind of a surreptitious weapon, right? That as soon as he drinks her blood, he's going to be in trouble.
There's something of the sort.
But I wonder if we
like
could learn something else from the others.
From talking with the abbot, I got the impression that the bride is just supposed to. The problem is that, aren't immortal, and he is. And with this corpse bride, he shouldn't need another one, was the idea of his plan, from what I got.
well, what do you well, okay, so who have we not heard from yet? Dan, what are you thinking for this right now?
I already said I think we should finish looking around here before we leave.
All right, then let's.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do that.
Next room.
Next room.
Yeah.
So you see the room where you heard the crying from. There are 10 Mongol folk in here, 3 of which are tending to babies.
Okay.
I want to go look at the babies.
All right. So
Are they hideous? They're gonna be hideous.
yeah. It appears someone hit the genetic shuffle on them. There's
Oh,
one
yeah.
that's face is covered halfway with scales and has one like green lizard eye.
It's just cute.
There's one
Absolutely.
that is just absolutely covered with hair. Who knows? It might grow up to be just like you, Spencer. And then there's another one.
Like, what are you trying to say?
You were born covered in hair. Anyhow,
Yeah, I was gonna say you were a werewolf, dude.
Are you trying to say that I'm a mongrel now? What is this?
Not my words. Anyway, the next one, you can see it has flapping gills on its neck and these blue eyes, and seems to have like this ridge on its back. And its fingers and toes are webbed. And that's the three babies. And there's the adult ones are equally hideous. It's just you're more focused on the babies. You said.
I'll try to exit quietly without stirring the children.
Oh, one of them's crying.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
That's
I-
the
Yeah, I
fish
got
one.
you, love.
I go up to the crying baby and I ask the mongrel that's tending to it what its name is.
Oh, he doesn't have one yet. We gave them that after they survived 1 year.
After what?
After they survived 1 year. It's a little bit pointless till then. At least he's crying, that's good. This one's got a soul.
Yeah,
Some of them
it's
not.
hard to believe. Around here, yeah.
Well, that's
It's one
scary.
of the issues that we heard from the locals.
Is there
Well,
anything
that's
we
not
can do
good.
to help?
I mean, nothing reasonable, I don't think.
I would like to bless the child.
Do you have
If there
ceremony
was something
prepared?
unreasonable we could do, what would it be?
I mean, we can't really take care of a baby very well around here with just a bit of stew and bread, but I wouldn't put that on you.
So wait.
So if we could maybe get some better food for around here,
I mean,
Or
that
that would be
do some good?
appreciated nonetheless, but
yeah,
that's not
I'm
exactly
also-
what I was saying.
um,
I mean, are we going to be hunting for a mongrel homeland?
Wouldn't that be an idea? That's ridiculous.
are there other grown mongrel around here in this room?
In this room, there are 7 grown mongrels. One of them was the one that you were talking to.
Are they all like taking care of the babies?
A bit. They're all women.
Okay.
So some of them are older. One of them is heavily pregnant.
I ask them if they can do me a favor.
Oh, it depends on what it is. We can't really leave this room now, can we?
No, you don't. You don't need to. I take out. Let's see. Is there like a cabinet or something in this room?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Is
There's
there
debris.
somewhere that's like what? What?
There's debris.
I ask the mongrel that was saying that there's not enough food for the babies. I ask her if there's a place where is there. If I gave them food, would they be able to keep it from the other mongrels?
I mean, they're not going to leave their rooms, and we're not going to leave ours, so...
Okay, so I give the room with the children, I give them 10 of my rations
Alright.
so that they can better feed the children.
Alright, they will gladly accept that.
Okay.
And take a point of inspiration for that.
Yay.
Hey, you're going to need it.
Hey, and is there any kind of a holy symbol or anything in this room?
No, but in the previous one, there was a statue of the saint of the church.
Right, yeah, I got that. So I have 2 holy symbols. Can I leave one of my holy symbols for them
Oh yeah, they will
to
gladly.
bless the children?
They will grab
You
onto that
also have
shiny.
ceremony. You could bless
Do you have
the-
ceremony
Yeah,
prepared?
you
today?
could just do them yourself.
Hey, you could just bless them.
Yeah,
Do you also
bless
have
the
the silver
children.
powder needed?
I don't know.
Bless the children, Father.
I'll say,
if you've
since
got-
you would be prepared with your components, I will give you 50 silver pieces worth of silver, gold pieces worth of silver, powder that you would use to cast ceremony. It takes 25 gold pieces worth each cast. So you have 2 casts of ceremony until you need to find more components, Dad.
Okay.
Just because I'm not mean.
There we go. I'm marking that down. Okay. So
So you can
I
bless 2 children right now. Anybody got 25 GP in silver?
Well, can I bless the whole group, or is it
So
just one?
let me read you out the spell you are trying to use. Ceremony. You perform a special religious ceremony that is infused with magic. When you cast a spell, choose one of the following rites, the target of which must be within 10 feet of you throughout the casting. Atonement, you choose a willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make an insight check, DC 20, to change it back to its original alignment. You could bless water, touch a vial of holy water to make it become holy water. Coming of age, not applicable here either. Dedication, you touch one humanoid who wishes to be dedicated to your god's service. For the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes a saving throw, it can roll a d4 and add that number to the save. Funeral rite, and wedding.
So all you need is the
dedication's
holy
the
water.
only thing I could do.
No, you can do the holy water.
Holy water
Just
or
splash 'em with it.
dedication is really the only two I would see.
You could just do one cast for holy water and splash all three of them.
Baptize them or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what your god's particular rite is, you know.
Yeah, so I don't really either, but sure, we'll do
It's
that.
whatever you say it is, Mr. Cleric.
Yeah, absolutely. So
It's how religion works, right?
we will bless the water and then anoint the children with it.
Alright, so you will bless 2 vials of holy water. So I will say you have each vial is enough to do the whole Catholic sprinkling about 4 times.
And how many kids are there?
There's 3 kids.
So you only need to do one vial.
Yeah, so I'll save the other vial for later and use one vial to bless all the children.
It's important to stay strapped with the holy water.
Especially as much undead as we're seeing.
Yeah, you may want to just start as you find silver, getting a collection of that.
Alright.
I also need a super soaker, but that's another issue.
The holy
We're gonna need
super
an engineer
soaker
for
of
that.
Antioch.
Water balloons. Right. So all this lovely little things we're doing with the children.
Yep. Time to move on.
Are we,
Wow.
yeah, can we look in the
Chance.
next room?
You know, some of us actually care about people.
So the last
My
room.
character does
It's
care,
for the
but
children.
not as much.
My
So-
character is enormously impressed with how much you guys care, but finds it a little excessive.
That's probably about how my character would feel, so I can understand that.
So this last one, you see a makeshift fort made out of piled bits of shattered furniture and torn draperies. From within the fort, you hear cackling.
I'm gonna run up really fast and stick my head inside.
Real smart. Real smart.
It's just little kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, little kids
So
that have
you see
teeth.
2 fully grown mongrel folk, and they scream and then scramble into the wreckage, and you just see eyes looking back at you, and they're like, "He's in it. I didn't think any of it could get in."
Oh, and then I look incredibly surprised that they're not children.
Sorry, this is really awkward. I thought you guys were kids.
It was a
You
kid.
know.
Turns out it's just a meth fort.
Oh, I mean, it's an asylum chance.
They're a real thing. Don't question it.
Right.
So, if any of you want to roll a knowledge check to see if you remember any rooms you have not gone in, I think that would be chance, really. You can.
Okay. What am I, knowledge, you said?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
1. Nah, you're good.
Ah.
All right.
Any other people who want to can also as well. I'm not just going to limit this one to one person.
No, I feel.
He wasn't here, so.
What was happening?
You can roll a knowledge roll to see if you remember any rooms you have not explored. I'm doing this because you two weren't here, and because the other two might not remember. So Mystic, you remember... This makes sense for you to remember this. In that main hall, there was the stone staircase going down. That is the only place you guys haven't been.
Oh yeah, there's the staircase going down. We should probably go check that
All
out.
right, let's go look at it.
Alright.
What's downstairs?
So, as
Certainly
you
it's something wonderful and holy.
go down these stairs, you find the stone steps descend 20 feet into a cellar that contains 10 barrels of wine and an L-shaped wooden rack packed with wine bottles.
Ooh.
Oh, hey,
Is the
this is
abbot
wine.
anywhere near
The-
us?
He's
You know,
upstairs.
the abbot said that he was, or the guys in the guy tavern owner said that the abbot always
Yeah.
came and got some wine every time they
Mhm.
got some.
Yeah.
I
So
thought,
we
I
could,
assumed he was drinking it, but
yeah, we could ask what he's
Um,
using it for.
So you do see some of these barrels are labeled.
Okay.
You also see some wine rack. Yeah, you saw the wine rack, and that's packed with
Yeah.
wine bottles. But
Okay, what are they labeled with?
so the barrels, you see that the ones in the center of the room, there's about 3 of them in the center of the room, are empty. But the ones along the walls are emblazoned with the winery's name, the Wizard of Wines, and the east wall has it. The name of that wine is Purple Grape Mash Number 3. It's a pretty cheap wine, you can tell from the price labeled on there. And then you on the south wall, there's 4
Hey,
barrels
Culper.
containing Red Dragon Crush, which that one looks a bit more expensive. And the wine racks, there's about 35 bottles of Purple Grape Mash Number 3 and 24 bottles of Red Dragon Crush. And there's another bottle among the wine bottles that has no stopper on it.
Hmm.
And there appears to be something in it.
What does it
I
have
want
in it?
to look at it.
So you pull it out, and the label says Champagne de l'Estompe. And inside's a scroll.
I will pull out ye old scroll and read.
It's in Celestial.
What's
I'ma
say?
hand it to my boy.
This is a scroll of Hero's Feast.
What's that?
It's a spell that I think it's up to 8 people can take part in this meal that makes you immune to fear and resistant to disease, and it's just all around. You basically take a holy feast. Let me double check.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Do you have to already have the food, or does it like summon food?
So since this is so usually you have to have a goblet, but this is a scroll, so we don't worry about components because that was used in making the scroll. So it would bring a feast, including food and drink. It would take 1 hour to consume, so it's that much food, and the rest of it disappears.
Okay.
And the benefits don't set in until the meal is over. And it's up to 12 other creatures than you, so 13 people, can partake in the meal. And it gains several benefits. It's cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saves with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10 for the duration, and it gains the same number of hit points. And it lasts for 24 hours.
Darn good.
Okay.
This is a cleric spell.
We could throw a feast.
This goes in your back pocket to save for a rainy, rainy day.
Yeah, I also don't think that he can read the scroll, so.
Oh, Dad can
Goes
use the
there.
No,
scroll.
I can.
Oh, he can.
I
He can.
handed it to.
No. I
Yeah,
know,
but
I
I
know.
hadn't
I didn't. I was
used, so.
asking the DM if.
Well, so paladins can cast cleric spells too, though, right?
No, they have their own list.
Yeah.
Well, then fine, I'll take it.
Oh,
this would be really
fine. I'll
handy.
take the magical, powerful.
The children would
meal.
really enjoy this meal.
I don't.
That is
know
not a
what
meal for children.
The
I'm
abbot is
very
saving it for,
confident.
though.
Who even knows if he knows it's down here at this point? He doesn't seem the most aware at the moment.
True, but I still am curious.
Yeah, feel free to ask him about it, but let's hold on to it for now.
Sure.
Anything else interesting?
The wine.
Can we check for traps?
Sure, roll investigation.
Oh,
What, Spencer?
I want to grab one of the fancy bottles.
So
give
you
it a
have
little
a
looks.
bottle of Red Dragon Crush.
Let's make sure not
Yeah.
to steal the wine.
No, I'm just looking.
So I also want to check for passages or anything like that.
All right, so Mystic is going into the wine rack and pulling each bottle out and back in, just seeing if any are tied to a string or anything like that. And in the commotion, Spencer grabs a bottle of the Red Dragon Crush.
I'm just inspecting it. Like,
Yeah, just looking at it. So it does have it says the name of the winery again, the Wizard of Wines, and on the label it has this spiraling dragon curled around it on the simple paper label, and it looks pretty stylized and almost hand drawn.
I'm a look around. Anybody want to give it a little taste?
I don't think we should open it. It's not ours.
That's fair. Just looks.
We could ask the abbot if we could have some. I'm sure he would let us.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering why he has so much.
We could also ask him that. Again, I'm sure he'll
Talk
be
to the
honest.
All right. So you go upstairs. Do you take the bottle or leave the bottle?
Take it.
Yeah, we'll just take the bottle up there to him. There's no reason
Yeah.
to make him come all the way down.
I agree.
All right. Ah, yes, hello. And you emerge right into the room where he's been standing in the main hall. So he
Neat.
turns away from dancing with the bride. Despite my carefulness, she seems to still have 2 left feet despite the correctness of the ones she has.
It's funny how that works. We found some what appears to be some vintage or at least high quality wine downstairs, but
Oh,
quite
yes.
a lot of.
I personally don't imbibe, but I save them for visits. Keep the cellar stocked just for occasions like this. Come, and he walks over to the table is set, so he will grab cups for all of you. Well, glasses, and these are beautiful crystal, and he will motion for the bottle.
Yeah, of course I'll hand it to him.
All right, he pops it open, takes a nice whiff. His eyes close for a moment. And then, after nodding and assuring himself that this is indeed wine, he pours it. And
Yeah, I
hands
was
each of you a
about.
glass.
Can I tell if he just cast detect poison?
Sure. Roll me a perception or religion check. Your choice.
Okay. I rolled, I think, a 20. Let me see what my religion check.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell us it's a 20. We would have no way to tell.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I rolled 20
All right.
total.
He
Yeah, I
just
saw it. It
seemed
was
to
totally
be
20.
from the way he swirled it and was just wafting it. He just was smelling it, the way that a connoisseur might.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice legs to it, you know.
Let's get Schwefty.
Let's drink the wine.
I don't know that we're going to get Schwefty off one bottle for 4 of us, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a
No, no,
7'8" man. Like, I don't know what you're expecting.
Yeah.
I will have
From a
one
glass.
and no more.
All right. I am trying to see if there is an actual description for this wine. It's a red wine, of course, because it's the Red Dragon Crush. But
Here, wait. Let me describe it. Let me just open this bottle of red wine here that I have, and I'll take a sip of it, and I'll
Sure.
describe what I feel.
I don't know if that's
Is
going to
it
be as
think
high
you're safe
quality
to?
as this
Is
is.
it
I
kind of
don't-
oaky?
yeah, the winery has nothing on the taste of their wine, so just go ahead.
Okay, here.
The Red Dragon
So
Crush.
a good red wine is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a little bit
I'm
spiced.
literally about to drink a spice wine here, so I can just explain what I'm tasting. I was
Most
saving the
excellent.
bottle, but you know what? This is a better moment than any.
It only feels appropriate. How else are you
It
going to get
feels
into
very
character?
appropriate.
D&D and drinking.
Yeah, if anybody's curious.
Dice and drinking. That's what D&D stands for.
Yeah.
Second session of Dice
Is this
and
the time to
Drinking.
mention I've already had 2 glasses of red wine?
So, if anyone is curious, meta knowledge, I am drinking an Apothic Inferno.
Oh, that's a good
That
wine.
sounds
That's a
that
good
sounds
wine,
correct
actually.
for a Red Dragon Crush to me.
Okay. has a slight smell of bourbon. It's almost like it's bourbon barrel aged. Light tones of nutmeg and cinnamon, and yet nice dark overtones of dark red fruit, almost
Dying.
cherry, strawberry.
You had me until nutmeg, and then I lost it.
Was that you dying? I heard the coughing. I was like, what? I think you muted yourself, but I think I could hear you coughing in Trace's
He
mic.
was laughing.
Yeah, I think you could.
Right. There we go. That's the one.
That was
Would-
very pretentious.
Yes.
So both Mystic and Dema can make a religion check real quick
Real quick.
at your own pace.
Do you want to just use my religion check from?
So mine's a
what I just rolled?
22.
Yeah. Well, that works.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right. So Dema, this is really what I was looking for, is nat 20. So you know how we talk about connection as that thread?
Mm-hmm.
You feel a strum through the thread, and then you feel it extend out in another direction, off into the distance, and you feel it resonate there. Something about this wine, there's something important involving this wine.
To the
Okay.
winery!
Gotta drink
I-
more of it!
I asked the abbot where he got this wine.
Oh, it comes in from the Wizard of Wine's winery. It's
Is there anything special about this winery?
Oh, the folks in it are wonderful. There's a nice family there, old. They've been here for an unusual amount of time. I've been here longer, but they've been here well rooted in their own right. What? You are muted, Dad. Can everyone else hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I
Alright.
heard you perfectly fine.
Cool. It's just down the old Sphalic Road. Shipments have been a
Did you
bit
say phallic
off lately.
road?
Sphalic.
Oh. I was like, what's so phallic about this road?
It's long
What?
and hard.
All right, I took my headset off for a minute, and I am not active right now.
Not pleased with where you came back to. Alright, well,
Well, I ask the abbot if he has a strange sense of connection when he drinks this wine.
So he'll actually pour himself a glass curiously, and he'll drink it. And he's like, "No, not really."
I must have just been thinking.
Might not feel different for him since he's always been here.
Yeah.
There is. Explain a bit more for me. I might be able to help you interpret.
Trace, you said it was almost like there was a different, unfamiliar string.
It was like you felt a strum down your familiar string, and then it resonated down an unknown string that you didn't know was connected to you, off in the distance.
So it felt like I had another divine connection besides just.
It wasn't a divine connection. It felt the same as your connection, but it felt almost like a guiding hand.
Oh.
As if
But-
he was trying to tell you something. Is
Oh,
what
like
you get from it, from a natural 20.
Our God was trying to tell me something.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it was like him showing me something. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. I say that. I say that it was. It felt like. Or it felt like. Why do I just? I forgot his name. Shoot.
Lathander?
Yeah, it felt like Lathander was pointing me towards something, or almost guiding me towards something.
Well, I would say go post haste.
Okay.
Give me a second. Yeah. So he's just like, here, if you are going on a holy quest for our god, he walks over to the big golden sun, and he removes the holy symbol, and you see an alcove. And in the alcove, he takes out a vial. And it appears to be made out of both glass and electrum. Very
What?
expensive stuff. So he has a glass vial that is decorated with electrum.
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 Yes.
A
It's
very
like a
yeah.
step above mithril kind of deal.
It is an alloy metal that is expensive and sometimes used as currency, but very rarely because it shouldn't exist as
So
currency.
expensive.
Um,
It's so expensive.
This is a potion of superior healing. Only use it in a time of great need, but
Yeah, no doubt. We only get one of those.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I feel like that should speed your travel, or at
I
least
mean-
ease the road for you.
I was sort of
Thank
saying,
you.
like it's not a haste potion. It's a healing
No, it's
potion.
not. But it allows you to take a little bit more risk.
Yeah, no,
Um,
definitely will aid us in our adventure.
So, does the potion just heal one person?
Yes, it is a singular potion.
That's how potions traditionally work.
You know what?
It is a potion of superior healing, so it just does extra dice.
Down,
Okay.
pass it
Got
around. Okay.
Okay, one potion of superior
That's
healing.
very kind of you.
To the nunnery. Or the winery.
I was like, wait, what? There's a nunnery. What are we doing here? No.
Alright,
Where's
so,
the girl?
Oh,
What's her name?
she is downing her third cup of wine.
Damn.
the Frankenstein girl?
No, Esmeralda.
No,
Oh,
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
I'm gonna ask her if her cart's in the same general direction of the winery, or
About it is.
if it's where where are they in relation to each other?
It's about that way.
Because it's time to plan logistics.
It's. Let me see exactly where it is relative to other things that you know
Think,
about.
lady. I know you're on your third glass, but
I was going to say, she may be
So,
just down for
yeah,
Where did you
it's
park?
in the woods around the Sphalic Road. It's
okay. So if we go down the Sphalic Road, we can stop by your cart on our way down to the
actually
winery if
exactly
you'd like to
that
join
way.
us.
Yes.
All right,
do
let's
it.
do it.
That sounds like your god may be leading us after all, my friend.
Well, of course. He guides us all.
So, do you want to do anything in town before we leave?
Town? What else is in the town?
People, they might have information or
Well, we talked to the barkeep, and I don't know of
bridal
anybody
dress,
who would
maybe, I
know.
don't
Or a
know.
wedding dress, yeah.
we could try with the burgomaster or his wife. I mean, he has a
What are
wife,
they?
so she must have a dress, correct?
I mean,
Well, she did.
are they wealthy?
I mean, he's the burgomaster.
I don't know
What
what that
are you
means.
saying? What are you saying, Trace?
Burgomaster.
That still is not
I
English.
feel like you're making up
It's
this word.
German.
It might be German. I don't speak German.
A
Tell me what it
burgomaster.
means.
I am butchering it more and more into English because it is not.
I'm going to actually
Here, I will
strangle
type it
whatever
out in just
character
a
is
minute.
saying this. Whatever character is saying this title, I'm going to start choking them until they tell me what this means.
He is like the mayor of the town.
Thank you. How hard was that?
This is a
Burgomaster.
common
All right.
term. All right. But he.
Let's go find this burgomaster before we head out of town.
Yeah, I could go for a burger.
we can possibly even get rest with him for the night and not weigh upon the abbot another night. So that we can
I
leave
bet
easier
you.
in the
Sure, why
morning.
not?
Sounds good. Let's go.
All
Go,
right.
go, 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 go.
So you guys bolt out of the abbey as fast as possible. And down the switchback, feeling a little bit awkward as it takes you forever to get down the switchbacks off the side of this mountain back into town.
Yeah, it was particularly treacherous.
You
Can
pass.
I? No,
Yes.
never mind.
Can you what?
Never mind.
It's
I
fine.
was
Just
gonna
go.
be goofy. Just keep
Even?
going.
Yeah, please be goofy. This is a horrible, gritty
no.
setting. Any form of light is welcome.
Is it
If
like
I
walking
ignore
down a
Chances,
piece of time?
chances goofiness is not usually.
Difficult terrain caused by stone or earth.
Oh
Can
yeah,
I
you
just
can just
run
you can just
straight
plow
down?
down this. You can Goron roll just. So, you guys reach the bottom of this hill, mountainside, whatever you want to call it. It's not high up the mountain, so it's almost like a hill leading up to the mountain. And you reach the wooded town. And
Oh, cool.
So are you saying that we think it's high, but it's not?
So, as you reach the town, you do see the one cottage that is larger than the others.
You cut out.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
And my father's muted again. So, as you reach the bottom of the hill, you do see pretty much a straight shot down to the largest house in town and to the front gates.
Sounds good. Let's go to that one.
Big house. Let's go.
All right. So, you guys trance down this road. All of these gray and brown toned clothed people just kind of going about their business. And you walk down to the big house. And you feel a little bit eerie as you see across the street from it is the wreckage of the house you escaped from earlier, most of you. Just a few
cool.
days ago.
Oh,
That's
also
nifty.
forgot to mention that house has been ruined for 100 years.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, forgot to mention that part.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
worry, that's why I
everyone-
brought it up.
Nobody really believes you that you guys did that. I kind of believe you guys, just because you guys seem pretty trustworthy and you guys seem pretty convinced that that's a thing that happened.
But yeah, nobody believes us. Everybody says that it happened like a long time ago. That's been that way for a long time.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, not spooky at all.
That's just what the man wants you to think.
Oh my god.
Well, let's
That's Big Brother.
knock on this door.
So, you walk to the largest building. It's the closest one to the gate, too. And you knock on the door. And a minute later, the door's opened by a woman wearing all black with a black veil. And she's just
She
like,
won't have a white dress.
hello?
Is that your opening question?
Oh,
We're
no, it
on a
isn't.
schedule.
Hello? Who are you?
Yes, hello. We come from the abbot. He sent us to check on you.
The abbot. Yes. What does he want this time?
Oh, he just wanted us to ask around and see if anyone had a dress for one of his house guests.
White dress.
Yeah, very specifically a white dress.
Well,
Preferably a pretty one.
a white dress, you say?
Maybe something that a beautiful woman like yourself would have worn.
Haha, you flatter me.
So, are we ignoring the fact that she's
So-
wearing all black with a black veil?
Well, that's
the
why I said
abbot
the
has
told
come
us-
asking my dear husband, for the gown in exchange for him raising our son, from his shallow grave behind our house.
Well,
But,
that's dark.
I was actually about to, lead a caravan to Valaki to try and find one myself. I personally could not wed myself in white. I
Hmm.
preferred a bit more of the spring colors. It seemed a bit garish to me. But
So wait a sec. Let me get this right. He offered to raise your dead son from the dead in exchange for a dress.
or else he'll kill us. Yes.
What?
What?
There's that.
What, the abbot threatened to kill you?
Yes. He's insane. Haven't you noticed? He
No, he seemed pretty,
threatens pain
tolerable.
and suffering upon the whole town.
This is a very different description.
All right.
than the
He
one
said
you
something
gave us.
about divine retribution.
This is a
Oh, no.
very different description than the barkeep gave us.
What would the divine be retributing for?
If we did not do as he has asked us, I suppose.
Hmm.
Do you mind if I ask how your son passed?
Oh, well, our last son, let me look up the details of his death.
Wow, lady. That's really impersonal.
Well, I'm sorry. He died of illness
The mother
about
would
last
know this.
week. He was about 14. And, I mean,
About?
look at me, I'm unlikely to have another one, so... Everyone's a little bit concerned about the bloodline at the moment, so, we're in a little bit of a pickle, as it seems.
And what of your husband?
He is trying to figure out a way. He's trying to figure out a way specifically for me to not lead this caravan myself, but I am not letting him not let me at the moment.
Where are they headed?
And the caravan's going where?
To the nearby town, there is not very far away.
Are you guys going up, what was that road? The
Long and hard road.
phallic road. Yeah.
This is Valak Road, yes.
I believe it is the other direction. Let me double check.
It'd
Sorry,
be a little
they're
crazy if
going
they were
there for
going
a
the same
dress.
direction.
They're going looking for a dress in the opposite direction.
Well, if they're getting the dress, then we don't even have... That's what I'm hearing.
Or we have to protect them while they go there.
Oh, no, we're going the opposite direction, though.
Well, right now.
No, the road. It's the road that goes the other direction. Valak Road led us from the abbey to the town.
No, the Sphalic
no,
Road leads you
Sphalic
from the
Road's
town
To the
wine.
winery.
To the winery.
and to
Oh.
the tower. So
I-
it is technically also the old Sphalic Road that she's going on, but she's going the opposite direction, if I remember correctly.
I think we should continue to the winery.
Yeah,
have a
we need to
strong feeling.
follow. We need to
let's do it.
follow our current objective.
All right. Well,
But-
let's tell the lady. Sorry, I wish you
Oh,
had a
no, we need
dress.
to get. We need to. It's about to be nighttime, so we need to go to sleep and then head out in the morning. Like it's
Yep.
or it's too late to
Ah,
leave.
sure,
I
whatever.
mean, if you can
Chance.
chop us our firewood
What?
for the night, you're sure to. You are welcome to stay here.
Yes.
I am more than willing to go and chop your firewood. How
Of
much
course.
would you need?
I mean,
I flex my rippling
Yeah,
muscles.
me and the Goliath with our 18 strength, we just kind of look at her like two beefy burly boys back to back, just like,
there's
I'll
a
go
whole
ahead and
pile
make
out
my
there of house.
X-blade weapon spawn as an axe.
Well, and
That's an
while,
18 strength too.
while they're busy, the
yeah,
other
but
two of
you're
us with
n-
18
you're
strength
dirty.
actually go and chop some wood.
I'm just seeing JoJo posing of just the three buff boys, and then Dad's just Merle High Church over there.
no.
I have 18 strength.
No, please.
Oh, you have 18 strength
I'm-
too? We're just a party of JoJo characters.
Yeah. So please, just wait.
Wait, we have
me-
4 party members with 18 strength?
I'm just a little more subtle. I just grab an axe and go to the woods.
Well, yeah.
Don't
So the
flex,
woods are
I'm-
in the
I'm-
town.
I hide
It's
in a
weird.
cloak all the time.
I mean, I wear scale mail that's open in the front to show my rippling abs, but
Isn't that more of like a female armor situation?
You would think
Excuse
so.
you, are you
So-
saying that female armor is supposed to be exposing?
Oh, I'm saying that it is, not that it's supposed to be.
You do see as you walk around the back of the house to where she pointed for you to chop the wood. There appears to be an entrance to a wine cellar. Plenty of empty. Well, there's an empty pig pen and an empty chicken coop at the moment. There's also the family graveyard.
So is there wood here that's already ready to be chopped, or do we need to go collect
It's already
wood
there.
from the forest?
So there's a modest amount ready to be chopped.
But is it enough for what she's asking, or should we overachieve, boys?
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Let's just run out into the forest real fast and grab a whole tree.
So, if you remember, Spencer, the forest is inside the town walls. So nice and easy for you.
Okay, so we don't even have to
Someone
leave
needs
the
to
walls.
make a
Yeah, so let's
strength
just
check.
run over.
Strength?
I will aid my comrade.
All right. So you Paul Bunyan times 4, and I'm guessing 2 of you are going out grabbing a new tree, and the other 2 are working
Yes.
on the already
Yes, we
there
just
wood.
rip it straight from the roots.
You have advantage since they're aiding you. Are you chopping the wood already there, or a new tree dead? I can't hear you.
Sure, whichever.
So each of you are being aided. So oh no, Chance is just doing his own. All right. So so it was Spencer and Dan out in the wilderness, and it was Dad and Chance. Chopping
Yes.
was already there, correct?
Right. Correct.
Or
All right. So in between, so Mystic and Melik are just Captain America-ing this wood, just ripping it apart whenever it's not quite working, you know, just to show the rippling muscles in the moonlight. And the other 2 of you, Spencer, roll again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost forgot to. Exclamation point.
So this wood is
That's
a
a
bit
big
more resinous than you expected, so you're having difficulty with this wood. What would you like to do?
I would like to try.
All right.
there you go.
I'm not too prideful. I'll take a step back and aid my comrade.
All right. Roll with advantage.
I I rolled a 13.
All right. So you get the tree down. It's a modest-sized tree, and you think you can. It's pretty close by, so you can just drag it back to the wood pile. You think?
All right. Yeah, especially together.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drag it right through the graveyard. That would be awesome.
Oh,
No,
don't
we'll
worry.
go
The ground
around.
there is pretty loose.
No, instead of dragging it, I want to try to pick it up just for show.
The both of you, or just you?
No, together.
And together.
All
We
right.
gotta.
I think your carrying
Yes, well.
capacities are enough. So
It should be.
you just carry it down, and continue chopping the wood. So you have a very nice pile of firewood.
This should last them a couple weeks.
Mystic, since you have the highest passive perception, you notice from one of the windows, the Baroness is looking at you, all of you, with a fan.
Okay.
Guys, kind of awkward.
Whatever.
we're-
We've
I think
got
we're
lots of
beefing.
firewood.
Yeah.
All
With
done.
your passive perception as well, Mystic, you notice that the graveyard, while the latest Isla's is the freshest grave, the other ones look a little bit disturbed as well.
Interesting.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, he had to come somewhere to get the corpses, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
They weren't using them anyways, rings through your head.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm still not really totally sure about this abbot. I mean,
I mean, I've been getting suspicious vibes even from the barkeep. Like, he didn't seem to believe that the abbot was evil, but like from what he was
Yeah.
saying, nobody
But-
understood why he wasn't aging. But I guess that's because he's celestial.
I
But
mean,
I
it
don't know.
was. I was fine with everything. He was being a little crazy, but I was fine with it up until fucking part where we heard he's gonna kill everyone in the town,
Yeah,
which kind
once
of
that's the first we've heard of him threatening people.
yeah, that kind of put me off guard.
yeah, he might have to go on the list, but not yet.
But I still think that tomorrow we should head out to the winery because there's obviously something.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that has to be our
Yep.
And
priority
the
do it.
right now.
carriage.
The carriage
We
and the
should probably
winery.
post guards while we're sleeping tonight, though, even though we're inside a building.
You
I mean-
can feel free to stay up if you want, but I'm gonna get all the rest I can.
So, you guys enter the house, and Anna is there waiting alongside a silver fox of an old man. And she's just like, guests, here is my husband, the burgomaster himself, Dmitry Kerzov.
I very politely extend my hand and introduce myself.
He will grab your hand and have a firm but cold handshake, a little bit shaky, and be like, pleased to meet you.
I bow and say it was
Pleasure
a
is all
pleasure
ours,
to-
sir.
Oh, I bow and I say it was a pleasure to serve your house.
Oh,
I just stay in the back because I have horrible charisma, I smell bad, and I'm covered in dirt.
See, I'm a very charismatic.
Hmm.
And I say that I bring the blessings of Lathander to his house.
I don't know if they like Lathander, but okay. Judging from what they said about the abbot.
I do not. From those actions, I don't believe he's a true representation of what
That's
you
true.
two have displayed
Yeah.
to be your religion.
Hmm. Also true.
So I guess we'll find out.
So yeah.
so
let's,
there's a knock
rest.
at the door,
Oh,
the
what?
front
Do it.
door.
Dang it.
And
Knock at the
you
door.
see
I have my
peering in the
hand
front
on my
door a
holy
familiar
symbol.
face.
Who is
The
this?
abbot.
Yes.
All right.
And-
Well, then
Yo, Abs.
the priest
Oh.
and the paladin might need to take care of this.
Hello. And he turns to Dmitri, the man of the house. I am here to perform the ritual. And Dimitri's just like, yes, thank you so much. We're eternally grateful, but a little bit. Never mind. Follow me, and leads him out the back door you guys just entered through, back towards the graveyard.
I think that
Yes.
we ought to
One of
see
you
what's
should
happening.
probably
should
keep
go
an
with
eye on him. Yeah, I don't think we should follow him per se and make him feel.
I think we should accompany him.
uncomfortable.
Make it clear we're there, but not like intruding.
Okay.
Alright.
Fair.
So the abbot will turn to Dimitri and say, the god of light wishes that your bloodline be restored. So he wants it done sooner rather than later. So consider this our agreement sealed. And he will, the burgomaster will grab a shovel and start walking towards his son's grave.
I'll go over there and ask him to allow me
He
do the
will
physical work for him.
hand it to you and will step aside.
I'll
Thank you,
dig
my
up the
was
coffin.
going out any day now anyways. Thank you, son.
So can I do a religion check to try and determine whether or not this really is the will of Lathander?
Sure. Spencer, make me an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yeah, you can do that again, Spence, since you got
I
advantage.
know. I'm typing it in. It just takes me a second.
Shovels.
I'm on my phone.
You also have like what plus
All right.
6.
It's a
plus 4?
shallow grave. You're fine. So you
Yeah,
go,
I got I have proficiency in an 18 strength.
Me
I'm
too.
fine.
So you're just shoving along, and you, along with probably one of your friends here, lift the coffin up. It has not rotted at all yet,
That's
and
good.
the abbot will walk up and open the casket, and he will put his hand over
Don't
the
forget Dad's
young dead
religion
man's
check.
face.
So
All
I'm
right,
doing my religion
so,
check to
religion
see if
check.
this is really a Lathander thing.
Or should he be
so
intervening?
You know that the raise dead spell, if casted through divine methods, the soul must be willing and able to be returned to the body. So if Lathander was not willing, maybe it would not
It
return.
wouldn't work.
Right. So I'm really just checking to make sure if he's actually bringing
the
him
abbot
back from
actually-
the dead or if he's creating an undead.
So that would have to be something to test once he is
Observe.
risen.
Time to observe. That's going to be an observation. Wow.
Yeah, that's an observation. So just be prepared to roll an insight once you actually are interacting with.
I'll
this
also be able to tell
demon.
right away if it's undead.
Yes, you have your divine.
Well,
sense.
I mean, I can just immediately whip out my holy symbol and do the light of Lathander, and it could be seen as just a blessing and a celebration. But if it's bad, it's going to go fry.
So
Well, he's also celestial. I don't think he can make an undead, but that's whatever.
Well, I mean, he's been
Yeah.
making one.
Yeah, no, he's created corpse brides.
I don't know if they're undead.
Did you not see that 7-foot tall abomination?
Was it undead though? That's what
Yes,
I
I mean,
it
it
was.
didn't certainly
Oh, it
didn't
was.
look
Okay,
alive.
Bryce didn't say it was undead. That's why.
I did
Oh, you did.
yesterday,
Okay,
not
never
yesterday,
mind.
last
I'm
week.
pretty sure it did.
Okay, never mind. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Where is the appendix that you said?
It's
The
in there next
appendix?
to
Oh,
split.
I need
Yeah,
the
that
D&G.
next to spleen.
That's why.
Dang it, Dad.
Spencer.
Just a bit too quick for me.
And that is a. I need to roll on a table that I don't have in front of me. All right. Thank you. Roll 20. And this is
welcome.
a.
Roll 20, is that you?
But of course.
This
I
is
need
like
someone to
a
roll a
glimpse.
D100. I can, or one of you.
I got it. This is like a glimpse into the Baxter family, and I don't know how I feel about it.
One
Right.
of us.
Um,
One
Yeah,
of
we're not
us.
sure either.
57.
57. All right. So you. That's a. All right. The young man's eyes open. And Anna basically falls before the abbot's feet and is just thanking him and praising Lathander and Saint Markovia. And the burgomaster walks up to the abbot and says, "I fear I may have misjudged you, good friend. We'll try and get this trust for you."
Cool.
But, a month time to get there and back with, you know who lurking in the dark? Yes. He is bound to be here in just over a month, so I would prefer to have her in the dress before he comes to collect her. But
we'll do what we can to help as well.
thank you, my friends. I'll leave for now.
Is that the abbot saying that he's leaving?
Yes, that's the abbot.
Okay. I say, brother, let me escort you out.
All right.
And while I'm walking with him in Celestial, I want to ask him, these people say that you threatened them. Why would you do such a thing?
I have found in the past that these folk will take and take and take and not give without some incentive. I don't intend to deal any grand harm to them. Honestly, it's just going to be a little bit of a prank and a bit of my, the mongrel folk need to stretch their legs, you see. So I figure I'll let them run around town for a night and have them come back to me in time with the dinner bell. Just enough to cause a little bit of chaos to show that I am serious. And they desperately do need to get some semblance of sun.
Brother, I don't think that Lathander would want this. Why can't you have the mongrels till the fields in the abbots in the abbey or something like that? I think there's much better solutions than having them.
They are not inclined towards creation or beauty generally. A lot of them have gone mad, you see. Well, were born mad, most of them. It's a sad reality of their life, but the ones who are able to do things, Clavin is the most lucky out of them. He can fully function almost. But even Otto, my faithful guardsman, that's all he can do. And even then, it's really more of just for show. More for him than for our safety.
I still ask you to rethink and pray to Lathander and ask him for guidance, but to rethink these plans of sending the mongrels into the town. I do not think this would benefit anyone.
All right. Well, I will consider and pray deeply. There's still a month. I doubt I'll even have to do this. It's just my, it seems to be a fairly harmless prank, almost, just to spook them and remind them of those I've cared for them that they don't wish to see. They don't come to Mass anymore, so I figure this is the only way for me to reach them is with silly, petty pranks like this.
I bid him good night. My character is now fully convinced that this guy is crazy.
Good night. You hear a scream
From
Ow.
from
Where?
another house.
I run boldly.
Yes, let us go.
All right.
En masse, but carefully and
It
watchfully.
sounds like
Not
a woman's
carefully.
scream. Are you going carefully or quickly?
I'm not.
I'm going
carefully.
quickly. There's no time for.
Yes.
So you also see Anna running with you.
No, was the Dutch, like the Countess or whatever?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
the Baroness.
The wife. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
And as you're running, she says, "I knew this was bound to happen sometime soon. It's Damara. Well, you'll see." And she runs to a cottage and opens it up. And and nearing the cottage, you see a younger-looking female also entering the house. And she says to Anna, "Oh, you almost beat me here. Well, let's make sure this all goes well." And they enter into the cottage.
She's giving birth.
Not these two women. They don't look pregnant.
No. The one in the cottage.
Oh yes.
I'm
Oh.
And
calling
it's
it.
probably one of those abominations.
Yes.
The beastie.
They're giving birth. So as you enter in, you see Anna pulls out her holy symbol of Lathander and a couple things of incense and starts doing prayers.
Oh,
Well-
she was really fanning herself. She was seeing two big Lathander boys working hard.
Yup.
It's like big, strong, holy men.
So I've got my my holy water here. I'm gonna apply it liberally to the situation.
All right.
To this situation.
They will be all about that.
But which situation?
So Anna is giving prayers for the health of the mother and the child.
I'm going to go up to the mother and hold her hand and say, Lathander's strength be with you. And I'm gonna, whenever she seems like she's in pain, I'm gonna use lay on hands,
All
and
right.
I'm gonna heal her so that she doesn't feel pain.
So, I'm gonna need you to make a strength save.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
because I figured. Flavor.
It's the only thing I
Okay.
can see as appropriate.
I rolled a 12.
All right. Your hand is nearly crushed, but none of your bones are broken.
Yes.
And how many points of land hands do you have?
18.
All right, we'll say 10 of those we'll use for this.
Okay.
Are you implying that birth only does 10 points of damage,
I'm
Trace?
implying that this commoner has 11 HP.
Oh, only 10. Only 10 is a lot.
11 HP, you said?
It's a commoner.
Yeah, I was gonna. 10 HP was like how much HP your dad had at the level 1.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah, well, I mean you're not level 1. I was just trying to find a good comparison. It's just
I know. I'm just messing with you, Dan.
Yeah. Okay.
So the events go by very well with your help, and a beautiful baby boy is born silently. He makes no sound, but is looking up and starting to open his eyes a little bit.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, he's breathing, but he's not crying.
That's not good.
that's good.
And the midwife
No.
is
No,
looking kind
it
of
means he's the
distressed.
soulless child.
Yes, indeed.
Can we spank him and make him cry?
No,
I'm gonna get up in his face and go boogity boogity boogity.
does not react. I mean, it looks a little bit like, yeah, it does not react. It flinches a little bit because it's not used to things like noise and action, and it's kind of a bit spooked right now, but it's not crying.
So
it
when I
doesn't have
anoint
a
it with
soul.
holy water, does anything happen?
No.
So it doesn't have a soul, you're saying, Trace?
That's what the midwife is saying.
That's
at
what
least.
the people say.
Yeah. I obviously don't believe this superstition, but I
it's
will
not
keep that to myself.
undead either. What's
Nope.
what's your spider sense tell you there, Dan?
I mean, can we roll religion on it?
You can roll religion. Your spider sense detects that it is not fiend, it is not celestial,
Oh
it is
yeah,
not
no,
undead.
I didn't think it would be. I mean, a human just gave birth to it. Nat 20.
All right. Yeah, you've heard a bunch of old wives' tales even before this, of that children born without, laughter or crying, are born without souls. It was nothing more than a wives' tale. Something that you'd hear, nuns whisper about in mass. But
Is there a
So
way
what
to
do we do
fix
now?
I guess if you could find a soul to put into this child, but
Yeah, but
But-
that would require
and-
removing
and-
someone's soul.
Does it
are you offering, Dad?
No, I'm
seem
kind of
like,
attached to mine. Thanks.
Does it seem like these things are actually true, or are they just?
At least in this case, it seems like this child is fitting those descriptions. It is not having heavy emotions or
I wanna ask the midwife if she's or like what they do with children like this.
We raise them and we give them the best life we can, but this child will never cry, never laugh, never see the beauty in life.
Who's the oldest that you know of that's like this?
Oh, I've seen people die of old age like this. They live full lives and span.
Is there anybody here like now that's an adult that we could?
Oh yes,
Me?
certainly. He's probably asleep by this point. He goes to sleep pretty early at his age, but
And who is that?
it's the tanner in town. Well, used to be the tanner.
Maybe we'll swing by on the way in the morning, on our way out in the
Sure.
morning.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, back to bed.
All right. Well, this has been a fun little excursion, but yeah, we must get our rest for our travels.
Hey, little baby. All right.
It's a pleasure to meet you, young child. Find a soul.
The pleasure is clearly not mutual, but
The mother at that looks a little bit angry at you.
I wouldn't have said that out loud.
I bop your head. How could you even say that? Rushing you out of the room. So insensitive.
All right.
Just say any wisecracks everyone makes is just what my character says. Have no charisma.
Are we good to get a room or we're staying with the Baroness,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
are.
we're staying with the Baroness, so we don't have to pay rent.
cool.
That's good.
All right.
Is it
So-
We'll
morning?
couch surfing.
Well, there may
I don't
be
know
some
if we
reason,
asked her, but
you know.
Yeah, no. You that's why you chopped.
No,
the
that
wood,
was the
just
deal.
for rents.
That was the deal with the wood.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
Also,
why we overachieved.
I don't know if that's exactly what he was meaning, but okay.
Trace.
yes.
So we get to stay here all night if we just give her the wood.
Oh my gosh.
She wants the holy
family.
wood.
Oh my gosh. Trace. Trace.
I'm gonna anoint her with holy
After-
water.
After the long rest, do me and
Splash.
Spencer get our strength back?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. Muscles.
Okay. So
Hey, is there a
And your
place where I can
shadows
buy
start
some more
behaving
silver
again.
powder so I can make some more holy water?
Silver's a little bit rare.
That's why
Yeah.
it's valuable.
Yes.
it's the
That's
next
why
day,
I
I'm
gave
assuming.
you 50
It's
gold
like, are we
pieces
about to
worth
have like
that you've
a
already used.
in-character discussion? Take-
So the only silver that you've seen has been the candelabras on the abbot's table.
Okay, and there's nothing in town, nowhere in town I could buy some silver.
No.
Okay.
Now, so
Right.
I say that this house is the largest in town. That is not to say that it is big and expensive. This is still like a modest house.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So like our house.
Yeah, about, actually. It's probably a little bit smaller. But,
But it's warm and I
Oh,
can
let's
sleep
go to
on
the
the
tanner.
floor.
Good night. Snooze,
All right.
snooze, 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 snooze.
morning
Morning.
rises, you...
Grab the tanner, go meet with him, see what it looks like to have no soul.
Mhm.
Alright. So,
What's he like? What's
uh,
he smell like?
you go over to the tanner's house, and there's an old man sitting on the porch just in a rocking chair.
Give him a wave.
Okay.
Hello.
He nods and just says, "Morning."
I don't know how to start this conversation, to be honest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't realize
How
how
are you
awkward
doing
this
this fine
conversation
day?
was going to be.
I'm fine, I suppose.
We were informed that you were previously the tanner of this town.
Indeed.
Are you aware there
how-
was a baby born last night?
Okay, we're just going right
That
to
was
it.
that ruckus, eh?
Yes. So the midwives say that the baby didn't cry or anything upon being born, and they said that you experienced that same condition as a child.
Yeah. Nothing's brought tears from this old man's eyes, I can tell you that.
Your whole life, you've never felt strong emotion?
I always found it a bit garish of people to do so.
How did he get a southern accent in the middle of Transylvania?
Who said
Sorry.
anything about Transylvania, son? I can give whoever I want a southern accent.
All right, this dude. So, sir, do you have a soul?
Oh my god.
Crude one.
Cut to the chase.
That depends on what you
ask
call a
people
soul,
that.
friend.
So
That's
people that.
Well,
A
what do
deep
you
question,
call
actually.
a soul?
I can think and I can breathe. I think that I am... Some might attribute that to a mind. By most definition, I suppose not.
Do you think that the light is brought to us every day in the glory and power of Lathander?
I believe that those who believed that were killed a long time ago whenever they were marching up, following some crazy lady up to the big old castle and all got murdered by the army of the dead.
Okay, yep, he's a lost cause. My character just walks away.
What's happening with dead dudes? What?
Well, it was nice to meet you, sir. Sorry to bother you. We'll be off.
The one time Chance wants to actually talk to someone, they're just like, bye.
Everyone leaves you,
Okay.
Chance, with this old man.
No, he's asking us. Like, we know about this.
Oh.
That's how the martyr died.
Oh, okay.
She was killed by Strahd's army of the undead.
Oh,
We can tell you that
awful.
while we walk and talk. Yeah.
Okay, to the winery.
Do we not mention that this scary dude totally has an army of the undead?
Well, that's great. That's really great. Let's go to this person's carriage, which is on the way to the winery.
Now,
And
we
then
were
we would
warned
run.
about leaving the walls. There are both lots of bandits, marauders, and also wolves that people talked about that some believe are under control
I'm
of
sorry,
the
did
Strahd.
you say wolves?
Wolves?
Hey, is Esmeralda's carriage here in town, or is it somewhere else?
No,
No,
it's out.
no.
It's on the way to the
Too
winery.
expensive to leave around town. No,
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
sure
no.
that the muscle squad can handle some
Some wolfies.
Some wolves.
I don't know. The way that people talk about the wolves make me feel like they're more than just the average dogs.
whatever. Let's go. Charge.
All right.
Off we go
So,
in a light jog.
you.
This is the correct spelling.
So you walk down. So.
That's you wolves. That's not
Wolves.
You wolves.
it's two wolves.
So
We walk down the road.
you are walking down the road. Roll
That's
a
fair.
d20, one of you.
Yes.
Um,
I am assuming somebody else rolled it since I hear it.
Stick. Shut up. Stick.
I
Stop
just hit
rolling.
one chat.
Spencer, stop rolling. Just listen to mine, Trace.
Yes, I will.
Good, but whatever.
You don't know what's good on this roll, high or low, so.
True.
That one is
I'm-
never good.
Alright. Yeah, no, somebody's gonna have to just do my rolls for me. I'm not rolling anymore on this app.
I'll roll for you, Spencer.
I've rolled like a good 6 times and gotten one above a 10.
Alright, so Chance, what was yours?
I rolled a 9.
A 9? Alright. So you continue down this road for a while. So it'll be about 2 hours, you think. You also do see as a mule and 2 guards and Anna go the other direction.
And Anna?
The Baroness.
The Baroness.
Oh, yeah.
That is not a caravan.
Yeah, it's a
She's gonna
small
die.
caravan.
Is she gonna
Is
die?
she gonna die?
Like, she called it a caravan? That's not a caravan. That's
Yeah, that's
just
not
like
a
So
a
do we
small
need
group.
to shift? Do we need
We're
to put-
more of a caravan than them.
No, we're
Nah.
going the other way.
No, we got our own
Party,
problems.
split,
So-
party, split, party.
So you do
No,
walk 2 hours
sorry.
completely uninterrupted. You do see a dirt road branching off of the Savalik Road
All
into
right,
the
is
forest.
this where we're going?
Yes, says
Oh,
Esmeralda,
Oh, she says this is
the person who knows where you're going.
Let's
Yes,
do it.
follow her
Follow her.
blindly and trustingly, because what could possibly go wrong with that?
nothing.
All right, you will continue down this road for about 4 hours. So I need to roll 8d20. But
Eight?
I will get to the other ones later. So a 1d12 plus
Want 8 of
1d8. Fun bits.
Every half hour.
Yes, indeed.
It's almost like 8 divides into 4 hours.
So,
Ant isn't very good at math. So.
ooh,
And like
Cool.
there's a bunch of wolves.
I like that.
So-
Let's do it.
you hear in the distance.
Okay,
A
so
trotting.
we're hearing horse clips,
Yes.
horse clippy cloppies.
Or coconuts.
Be coconuts.
So
Um,
let's let's hide.
Roll stealth.
Oh,
Yeah, I
We're
have
not
no-
okay.
We can't hide for squat.
I can hide. I'm
No,
really
you
good at
can't.
it.
You're wearing
I am
plate mail.
7'8".
Chance, you're wearing plate mail.
I still can hide.
There's no one in this party that can hide.
No, we're not hiding. Why would we ever hide?
I summon my maul.
You see a light approaching.
We really are the meat squad. Okay, I'm just gonna whip out my scimitars and
Yeah, I have my maul, and I'm posed with it outstretching towards the light, ready for whatever
I
is
take
coming.
out my
So
longbow.
down the road comes a skeletal warhorse and its rider, who's also skeletal.
As
Both
it's
are
coming
clad
in,
in rune chain
going out
armor.
its legs.
They are running down the road.
take a shot.
The head is not looking at either of you.
I want to charge straight at it.
All right,
Can I turn undead?
all right.
I wanna
all
charge
of you
straight
can have
at it.
surprise round because it is not going to react to you guys until you do something to it. So, in whatever order, do your things.
I would just want to
Can I-
run straight at it, and right as it gets to me, jump to the side and swing out its legs with my maw.
Roll to hit.
Will you get that for me, Dan?
Yeah, sure.
Roll for
It'll be
him
a
to
plus
hit.
6.
For Trace,
Yes.
does a 12 longbow hit?
Hit which one? The horse or the?
I was just
rider?
I was just aiming at them in general. I don't care.
So I will say on the horse, I need to find its stat block.
Okay, what's your
You
plus,
probably need to.
Spencer?
It'll be a plus 6 to hit.
6. Okay, you got a 19 total.
Is it not in
That's
the
better.
appendixes? I feel like that should be. Monster manual. That's why I have this. Ugh.
It's important to be aggressive when you're massive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Hey,
If you can't make sure you hit first by being sneaky, make sure you hit first by hitting them first.
Yes.
so what's the what is my light alternative to turning?
It's the Radiance of the Dawn.
Right.
And that does a bunch of radiant damage.
If they're undead, right, or evil, or
No, I just think it straight up deals
It's just
Yeah,
radiance
it's just
damage.
You
You can
blind
hit
them
anything.
with holy fire.
okay, yeah, we'll just do
You
that.
can smite a bandit with it if you wanted to.
I think your stuff is posted somewhere in this chat up a good amount.
It is.
I'm not sure where. I don't know
Just
why
scroll.
you continue to scroll.
I can pin it.
That would be nice. There
You
is
worry
the stuff.
about
Alright, I'll worry about this stuff. So,
combat.
what your roll to hit the skeleton hit.
Trace, you keep it moving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So both of you hit the skeleton. The
Oh, we both hit the
warhorse skeleton.
Horse.
Yes, the skeletal
Yeah.
horse.
The horse. Okay.
The skeleton who is
So-
also a horse.
What's your hit? What's your damage die?
It's a D12.
D12. Okay, and I am a D8 with the longbow.
Yep. And you'll add my plus 4 for my strength.
Plus 4. Yep.
After.
Okay. Okay, so total damage is going to be. Oh wow! Wow, I rolled real good. 25 damage total.
All right. So Spencer crushes through two of its legs as you shoot through this horse's skull, and it just falls over, and the skeleton tumbles down. He's gonna make a dex save. Yeah, and is crushed. Mostly.
Skeleton.
Yes, the skeleton's legs are crushed underneath its skeletal horse, and it starts crawling towards you.
I'm gonna
I'll just-
sprint at it because I still haven't done anything, and I'm gonna try to take 2 swings at it.
All right, roll to hit.
Trace,
Yes.
I cannot pin things because I don't have admin privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that should do it. I gave you the only roll that I can.
Oh, okay.
You
So-
try it now. Let's see if that fixed it. Yes.
I will.
Those are my 2 attack rolls.
They both hit.
Both of them hit. Okay, well, they're the same. So then I'll just roll both my damage die if that works.
That works. Hey, the pinning works too. Cool.
Yeah, so, Mr. Baxter,
That
Monsieur
is
Baxter,
all of us.
Elderly Baxter. Excuse me. I mean, aged Baxter. Well aged.
Thank you.
If you look at pinned messages.
Decaying.
Yeah, no, I've been looking at it. So it's
Okay.
it's 1d10 plus my wisdom modifier, I think is what it said. Let me look at that.
Yeah,
So
whatever
I'll
your
hold up
active
just
modifier is.
No, sorry,
so-
2d10 plus my cleric level.
Chance,
On a
you
failed save, half of that if it's successful.
you take your short swords and sever the skull from the spine.
Scimitars.
Short swords, they're one in the class.
Functionally the same.
But culturally, they're different.
Yes.
Okay.
And
It's about my immersion.
And I sever its head.
yes, and it rolls, and you see, the warhorse and the rider have very ruined chainmail, and there is a rusted lantern. But that is pretty much it, other than the short sword that is extremely rusted that the skeleton carries himself.
I look at
Nothing.
Esmeralda and I go, "Oi, that was
Yes?
a lot of help."
Is this normal?
Like,
You seem to be fine. Nothing is normal and everything is here.
I'm bouncing and feeling the rush. Did I notice my shadow do anything this time?
No.
Whenever I smited the horse? Okay.
It didn't
Because
have.
I've been
Moving
keeping
on.
an eye on it.
The
Moving
shadow
on.
had nothing to absorb.
Yeah, I don't imagine it would from this, but I've been keeping an eye on it.
Right,
Whenever
so
we
we're
killed
gonna-
whenever we killed the shadows earlier, my shadow absorbed them.
Cool.
So
Right.
we've been
Let's go down the
keeping
road.
an eye on my
Another
shadow.
half hour. Roll us again, Trace.
Keep going.
Okay, we will do some more rolls.
Spencer, if you were curious, I rolled a 12 on your D12 and an 8 on my D8.
Holy
So
cow!
1 hour has passed, perfect, fine. To an hour and a half.
Like it would have killed me if if we had done that to me. So it better kill it, you know.
25 damage kills you?
Oh yeah, I only have 22 max health.
I've only got
I had
17.
some bad rolls.
We're only.
I mean, I'm a warlock, so it's only I think it's a.
A warlock.
So Mystic,
That makes sense.
I would
you see hidden in the brush, like inside of a hollow log, a bundle,
D8s.
a leather wrapped bundle.
All right, Mystic. What you gonna do with it?
I am going to examine it. I'm going to try and do a check, see if it seems evil or tainted or somehow cursed.
You can try.
While he's doing it, I'm gonna go. Is it money?
I haven't learned my lesson. I'm still using this stupid thing.
2.
Dude, just don't.
Plus
It's
4.
rigged.
So,
Plus 4, so 16.
It just feels like a normal little bundle of leather holding something in it that is soft.
Open it!
Okay.
Just open it.
And it's a claymore mine, and we're all.
Roll dice. No.
And
the
it's a
bundle
teddy bear
contains-
IED.
The bundle contains one set of common clothes, sized for a human adult,
Huh.
in the
Deep
style of the
within
land.
Neat. In
And where-
case one
and
of you
where
guys needs to blend in.
Where was it hidden?
Inside of a hollow log on the side of the road.
Is there anything else around this area?
Roll a perception check. Excuse me.
Yeah, I want to investigate further.
Oh, I don't notice even my own
You
self.
rolled bad, Spencer.
I rolled bad.
You rolled a 5. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1. Chance, you gotta save
Well, I
us.
have a proficiency on my investigation, if it's investigation. Is it for investigation or perception?
Yeah, but
Perception.
you got a 5.
Well, dang.
What are we doing? Perception, investigation, something
Perception.
Perception.
Yeah, and you need to get something not in single digits. The rest of us all fail.
Like that? There it is.
So Melik, you notice a large raven feather on the ground nearby that hollow log.
Raven feather.
Yes.
I think I put 2 and 2 together.
Really?
You remember the raven in the window yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Who was
I
with
remember.
me? Yeah, yeah. So
Last
that you
week
felt
we-
was watching us.
Yeah.
I bet you some sort of like. There's no other reason that that raven would come here to right where there happened to be a set of commoners' clothing. Unless you're right, it was totally somebody watching us in an animal form.
My
Man.
suspicions tend to be correct.
All right, so the raven feather, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna put it in my hat.
Okay.
You
You
don't
do
have
so.
a hat.
And put it in my
He has
Yeah,
hat.
he
the
does.
helmet, the wolf helmet.
Yes. It's not a hat.
It's kind of a hat.
Okay, moving on down the road.
So
What?
you continue
But
down the
banter
road.
is important to D&D.
Yes, it is very
true.
much.
So we're
Especially
going
to
down the
this
road
community.
arguing the merits of a hat.
Yes.
Arguing the qualifications that describe
Semantics.
define a hat.
Excuse you. Semantics.
Hat to helmet.
Hat and helmet.
You're a helmet.
Okay.
And that's where we've devolved.
So
So,
you notice that you are passing by a fork in the road, and Esmeralda will say, "That direction is your winery. This one is to our current destination."
yeah, the carriage first, and then to the
All right,
winery.
let's go to the carriage.
Agreed.
Works for me. So you see the mountain that you saw before. You've been kind of walking around it. So somewhere on the other side of this mountain, there's an abbey. But you see a misty mountain lake surrounded by woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps from dark, still waters, and the trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud.
Hey, it's a wagon.
The tower stands about
Nice
80
parking
feet tall
job.
and is mostly intact. You see
Wait, did
four
you say
floors
the
to it.
wagon was at the top of the tower?
No.
Oh. I was
It's at
like,
the base of the tower.
How? I was a little confused.
That is extremely absurd with the information I have. So,
Okay, so
So does
let's
this
go.
look like an old mage's tower, or
possibly, actually.
Can we
I'm
ask
at looked at
Esmeralda what
Esmeralda.
this tower?
Let's ask Esmeralda.
Yo,
This appears to have once belonged to some wizard, but my mentor called it home for a time, and I have taken it over myself.
Oh, so it's your tower.
Well, not really. I merely park my car next to it.
have we searched it yet? Have you searched it yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
If there used to be wizards there could be some powerful magical remnants.
Possibly,
So,
but anything that is not native to the tower that is magical does not seem to function quite right. I didn't trust
magic
it.
that yeah. Did you say?
I want to test this myself, if you don't mind.
Can you repeat?
Just out of curiosity.
Can
So
you repeat what you said, Trace?
any magics not native to the tower seem to not function quite right. Or not at all.
Magic not native to the tower?
Yes.
I want to just
Okay.
like walk right into the threshold with my maul and see if
So-
the
You walk up to the tower door, past the
Mhm.
colorful cart. I won't describe it because you're ignoring it for the moment.
Yep.
The tower door is made of iron, with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with elegant stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is the word Kazan.
and
I
how do
need to
you
show you
open
this
this
symbol.
door?
I don't know.
How about we do the cart first, and then
Or
we
whatever.
can investigate the
Yeah,
tower.
let's start with the cart. This seems more complicated than I originally intended.
He's just like,
I wanted to
this.
see with if I could use my hammer within the tower before we made any
Yeah, no, I know.
decisions on it.
Figured.
But if I can't even walk in,
So someone with Arcana should probably do an Arcana check on that thing.
I will do it once we finish the cart.
What do we have to do with the cart?
So, the cart. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have a fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep Out."
Esmeralda, it says we gotta keep out. We can't go in there.
She laughs, and is just like, "That is to prevent you from killing yourself, my dear friend." So she will crawl underneath the cart, and then a minute later open the door after you hear some shuffling from inside.
Okay, cool.
And it won't kill us now?
Oh yes, it would if you didn't. Come inside and see yourself. You see,
sure.
hanging from the wagon ceiling is a flask of alchemist fire attached to a string, hanging loosely near the door. There are 100 more flasks of alchemist fire that also dang like ornaments from the interior walls.
Oh
I'm a fan of
boy.
this.
That doesn't seem so safe.
I'm a big fan of this.
It's not meant to be safe.
Yeah, I hope this carriage rides really smooth.
Oh yes, it does. Magically so. If you don't mind standing out there, I will, Here, actually you come in. I need you to drag something out for me with those bulging muscles of yours.
Which one of us?
Oh, you got it. I immediately step up before she declares which one of us she's talking to.
That
Because
was
she's
her
clearly
intention.
talking to me.
Yep. So she motions to a wooden trunk covered with claw marks.
And I pick it up with one arm.
Alright. So you pull it out. And if you guys open it outside, it has a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, a light
Morning
crossbow,
Star!
and 10 silver crossbow bolts.
Gibbs, Morning Star.
I'll take the crossbow bolt.
What's happening?
I think I like this
There's
flail.
weapons in the chest in front of you.
I never liked
Okay.
sharp things.
There's a
I
battle
like
axe,
more
flail,
bashy things.
and a light crossbow, and there's no more bolts for the light crossbow.
Oh, you didn't say there was a
That's a
crossbow.
one-handed one?
Yes, I did. What?
No, that's a hand
Did anyone-
crossbow chance.
Dang it.
Light crossbow is still a two-handed weapon.
Yes.
Dang it.
Is that
Still
light
I
crossbow
have
better
one.
than my light crossbow?
Not really.
Okay.
But is
Um,
it prettier?
Yes.
What are the stats?
Upgrade!
That's
She
the points.
pulls out a sack and throws it on the ground, and goes back
What's
into
in the
the.
sack?
You open the sack. There appears to be a climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, and a poisoner's kit.
So I'll take the healer's kit if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the
I already
I'll
poison.
pick up the poisoner's... Aw, beat me to it.
Ebs.
There's no point in me taking a disguise kit.
There's no
Hey,
point
look,
in
I'm a
any of
fluffy
us
bunny.
taking a disguise.
I'm a 7-foot tall, fluffy.
We could use a disguise.
Don't mind me, I'm a statue.
Would work pretty easily, actually.
What are the stats?
You know what? I'll take the disguise kit just for this sneaky.
Trace,
What?
Morning Star stats?
It's just a regular morning star.
That's it?
Yes.
It's not silver?
No.
It's just a regular
So
morning
she
star?
pulls out a beer chest and sets it outside.
Open!
Inside, you see a golden holy symbol of the Morning Lord.
A golden what you cut out?
Holy symbol of Lathander.
Ah.
I could
3
use
vials of
that.
holy water. 3
Thank you.
vials of perfume. 3 vials labeled antitoxin. 50
Let's
feet of
take
rope,
those.
approximately. A tinder
I'll
box.
take the rope.
A tinder box. A steel mirror. A sharpened wooden stake. And a spyglass. and
Hey,
2
how many
spell
holy
scrolls.
waters were there?
3.
Do you want to take 2 and I'll take 1?
Sure.
There's also
Take
a
the-
map. And a charred page of a journal.
What are the scrolls?
Try to read it.
So the scrolls, you don't know because they're not written in Celestial.
Because they're what?
And I will get you your letter, Spencer, here in a minute.
What are the scrolls you said?
Yeah, you cut out.
He don't know.
Ah.
What are they written in?
Not Celestial.
Oh. Damn.
Mordial?
What?
Common?
No.
Mordial?
No.
Are they written in giant?
They are written in arcane runes.
That's a little boring.
Are they written in 2 extra languages?
Hey, Ezzy. What did he say?
Oh, sorry. I assumed that some of you were competent. And she will, as I flip back to that page with the loot for you. That one is a scroll of major image, and that one is one of remove curse.
You cut out again, Trace.
Major image and remove curse.
Okay, cool.
I can do remove curse, right?
Yes.
But you have to be able to read the scroll.
So I'm gonna also take that stake.
You could cast it, you think, and you take the stake. All right. Oh no,
No.
not that. Okay. Yes.
Are you serious? That's just a normal morning.
Yes.
He can't get over it.
Bullshit.
Hey, what about the flail?
I picked it up.
The flail is normal flail as well.
What is the damage on a flail? I don't even know.
So, Flail, Morningstar are both martial weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plans. So
But I'm
the
proficient,
only one that you
so.
could grab is the battle axe.
I can grab that and the stake.
Yeah, but I'm a cleric. I can't use
That's
an
a stake.
weapon, right?
You could use an edged weapon as a cleric.
Yeah. You just aren't proficient in martial weapons.
Yeah.
I'm okay with my mace.
Okay. No, I was just letting you know that you
I'll grab the
could-
battle axe too then.
Are you sure
Might
you
as well
can
be
carry
strapped. I am 7'8".
Actually,
I weigh 320 pounds.
a battle axe is also a martial weapon, so I just
Yeah.
looked it up.
If I get more strength, I'll just start dual wielding.
Out of the various crap on the ground, what have we not picked up yet? I've got the antitoxin and the
There's
stake.
your journal pages, Spencer. All right. Yeah. Let me go back to the loot page. Give me a minute. I was just getting Spencer's.
So you're
I'm
not
assuming
sure
we're
this
taking
morning-
everything with us, but
So you're sure this
But-
Morningstar doesn't like have a +1 or something?
I am positive.
Why would she give us a normal Morningstar?
we came all the way out here.
So she pulls out a small silk-covered box. This is why we came out here. And she will go to that. She'll close the chest that you guys were looking in, and whip out a little silk covering. And she will pull out a deck of cards.
You
Are
know,
they tarot cards?
do you
They're
have a
Taraka
gambling
cards.
problem?
No, these are no gambling cards. These are an ancient tradition
Hey,
passed down.
Trace, you're cutting out. Get closer to your mic, please.
These are an ancient tradition passed down by my people. Only the sages ever learn how to use them. They're called Taraka cards, and they are said to point in the direction you must go.
I'm assuming you have some idea of how to use them.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they'd be pretty useless if you didn't, so.
Indeed. I need to look up that reading.
Are you ready to... Is this everything we need from the carriage?
Well, I need to do the reading for you, but other than that, the carriage itself is the other main thing.
Oh, what drives this carriage? Just magic?
You'll
Yes,
see.
dear. Okay.
I hope it wasn't a skeletal horse, because there should be a shortage of those.
Where is that image?
Yes.
I think I sent
I'll
it
be
to
back
you,
in a little bit.
Spencer, a long time ago, but I will look it up.
What are you talking about?
Well, give me a minute. I'm trying to find the.
The journal pages?
No,
Took a picture of it with your phone, Trace.
I know I did. I'm trying to find where it went.
So did you already read the journal pages?
No, like those are in the chat. He's looking for something else, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but did you read them?
I mean, I read a little bit of it and then I got bored. My character doesn't have a very high wisdom. He didn't make it past the first couple paragraphs. Or intelligence. I have a high charisma and strength, so.
I think I have okay wisdom. I don't know what my wisdom is.
I mean, my wisdom and intelligence are 14s, but
There it is. All right. So. She will take a card and place it to the left. This card will tell of. She plays it face down, by the way. This
Okay.
card will tell of a history. Knowledge of the ancient will better help you understand our enemy. And she flips it
I'm
over,
fascinated.
and it is labeled the soldier.
Oh, this soldier is what it says for the history of the enemy.
It is. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy.
Okay. And the card was soldier. What does that mean? This feels really indescript.
Go to the mountains. Climb the White Tower, guarded by golden knights.
You cut
The
out
Trace you
golden
cut
knights.
out.
Go to the mountains. Climb the White Tower, guarded by golden knights.
Knights.
Okay.
Knights.
Jeez.
Got it. Got the gist. Okay.
I am 1 foot away from my microphone at this point.
White Tower. Okay. Climb the White Tower. Go to the east, you said?
No, I said go to the mountains.
Oh, okay. Climb the White Tower. Got it. Okay.
Guarded by golden knights.
Yep. And that's our enemy.
That is knowledge of the ancient to
History.
help you understand your enemy.
Yeah. So
right,
so
we got the
there we
gist.
will
What's the
find
next
something
step?
that tell us to help us with our enemy. Okay.
And what's the next?
So she takes another card, places it face down, nearest to you guys. So,
Okay.
almost in like a plus symbol
Yep.
type of format.
Yep.
Okay.
This card tells of a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She flips it over, and it is the Paladin. I see a sleeping prince, a servant of light and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies with him.
Okay. I guess it isn't
Brother
you
of
unless you're...
darkness. Unless you have a dark brother.
Well,
So she'll take another one and place it to her right. There's kind of a V symbol towards you guys now.
Uh-huh.
This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She flips it over, and it is the Avenger. The treasure lies in the dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. She flips over a fourth card and places it closest to her, so now there are 4 cards surrounding an empty space. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. She flips it over, and it is the Raven.
Ooh.
I look
Got
at the
his
raven
feather in
feather.
my hat.
So
Yeah.
he's a friend, not a foe. That's good to know.
Find the leader of the feathered ones who live among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him.
Among the
That's good.
vines. Someone write that one
Yeah.
down. Among the vines seems very important phrasing.
Easy.
It's a fortune telling. Every phrasing is important.
Hush, only like a third of them matter.
So she places down a fifth card in the center. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. She flips it over, and it is the mists. The cards can't see where the evil lurks. The mists obscure all. If you... I can't see this so far of where he will be, but I do know of one who might be able to. We'll have to consult
Okay.
with her if we want to know where our battle might occur.
Well, we got a long list of things to do now.
Oh, I can post this image now. Hey, give me a second.
Will the image mean anything to us without the explanation from the book?
No, but then you can ask me.
There you go.
I can type up the meanings later, but I think
Uh,
you'll have this recording, Chance. So you should be fine.
Right.
Well, we have our guides to guide us. You said something about wanting to explore the tower, perhaps?
So I am thinking, what will my ignoring difficult terrain caused by stone or earth do in maybe trying to climb this tower?
I would let you make an athletics check to see how well you climb the tower. I would take that into account, but
Right. So I'm gonna go up to the tower, and is there a window or anything that I can see anywhere close to the ground?
close to the ground, I do not believe. There is a gash clinging to the sides of one of the walls.
Okay.
How high up?
Well, let me look.
Also,
It's
for the fellow party members, does anybody remember the Baron's name?
It wasn't
Did you say-
Metis.
It wasn't Metis?
What?
It wasn't Metis, was it, Trace?
you mean the Burgomaster?
Yeah.
It was not that.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I was reading more of that letter.
Yeah, no, I read the whole letter too, Spencer. I was going to ask Esmeralda if she knew journal that was.
Yes, I knew him well.
Was it your master?
My mentor.
Yeah.
I owed him nothing. Rudolf
That's
van
right.
Richten.
Gotcha.
Well, I
So-
appreciate his notes.
Right. So talking about the tower, there's you said there was a gash that kind of
Yeah,
goes
how
down
high?
inside of it.
How
How high
so
up
I
is
am
the,
high
the
up
looking.
is it?
gash?
It appears to be at the third floor.
Oh, I got
30
50 feet of rope. This will be easy. I'll go ahead and hand you an end of the rope while you're climbing so you can get it secured up there when you get there.
So I'm gonna try to climb it. You want me to roll an athletics? You said.
Yes.
I'll give him a little boost to support him. Cause
It was a really crappy roll. Can I get advantage from him boosting me?
Sure.
It's a pretty good
Still a
boost. It's
crappy
good,
roll.
like,
But it's
good, like,
better than it
envy.
was.
You can't quite get it much purchase. There's a lot of moss and wornness to this stone. It's very smooth.
Okay. So, what about him? Hey, why don't you try to throw your rope up there?
Alright, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
So you're gonna try and throw your rope 50 feet in the air. What do you?
Like
I'm trying to get 30 feet in the air, where the hole is. The rope's 50 feet long.
It is
I'm trying to,
on
like,
the third
lasso the end of
floor.
it.
I never said it was 30 feet up.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
I said this
Okay.
tower was 80 feet
Like-
tall and had 4 floors.
Ooh.
tie your like rope off to like something heavy to throw it. That's something that'll catch.
Yeah, or just do a loop, do a like a slip knot in it.
Not gonna. I mean, like it should. Well, yeah, sure.
So it can actually grab something up there, because no matter what we tie to it and throw up there, it's not going to be able to support our weight. So yeah, I'll just throw a slip knot and see if I can get it caught on something up there.
Alright, is there any weight
Dan, will
tied
you
to the
roll
rope?
me? I mean,
You're gonna need to tie something off to the front of
yeah,
it just to be
you're
able
right,
to throw it.
You're right. Does anybody have anything that seems particularly
We have an extra morning
advantageous?
star.
You mean a
Oh, wait.
grappling hook? You know,
We have-
something most
Yeah,
adventurers
that'd be
should
good.
probably carry.
Do you have a Dungeoneer's pack?
It's almost like we
let's
just
see.
got a Dungeoneer's pack.
You have a
Where's
climber's kit?
We did just
It's
get a
almost like the
climber's
climber's
kit.
kit probably has a grappling hook in it.
It does!
Seems like a good idea.
Oh my god!
Alright, well, we'll tie it to the rope and we'll throw it up there.
Roll me an athletics
Dan.
check.
Dan, roll away. I got proficiency, so it'll be +6.
Oh wait, I'm rolling?
Rolling for him
Roll-
because
yeah,
he does
for-
not have
it's
dice.
your
Oh,
rolling.
gotcha.
You volunteered to roll for me, boy.
Yeah, so what is it?
+6.
You got a 19.
Alright, you actually throw it and it actually does go up there. I am going to roll something in secret. Alright. Somehow it sticks.
Alright, somebody smaller than me should go first.
I'm definitely the most agile or small or something.
Yes, the most agile.
I'll stay down
like,
here
you
and be
know.
ready to catch you in case it doesn't hold, but
I'm still
Go,
more
go, go.
agile than you.
that is for certain.
Literally are the
I am
same
a
amount
lumbering
of
man.
agile as me.
I mean,
can't
I have a
be more
12
agile.
dex. I am not super agile.
Alright.
We're both wearing plate mail. We can't be.
See, I'm at scale now, so
No, I'm not. I'm talking to Jan.
only partial though. Gotta leave the abs open.
Okay, so yeah, did we get the grappling hook latched?
Yes.
Yes. You're climbing.
I'm gonna go ahead and go
First.
up it. Do you want me to roll in athletics?
Yes. With
That's
advantage.
how this game works most of the time.
With advantage, okay. There's an athletics. Wow, nat 20.
Okay. You grab the rope and just kind of walk up this wall, pulling yourself with tension with this rope. And you enter the 3rd floor of this tower. Time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted away and falls away in pieces. In the middle of this room, there's a 5-foot square hole with a rusty chain near each corner.
Likely an elevator. So
I'm
I'd
up
say
there.
Esmeralda should go up next. As she is probably the next smallest. If
Alright.
she wasn't smaller than him.
She was.
And
Yeah.
I'll kind of like plant in the grappling hook in case there's any risk that it might slip or something.
She just arm over arm just glides up in one fluid motion. Just
Of course she does.
up and in.
You or me next, friend.
I can go.
All
I
right.
can go too. Is it what, an athletics check?
Yep. We all need to get up there. The rest of us are just a little bigger. Yeah, it's athletics.
Mystic goes up.
Cool. And then Dan.
Athletics is strength based, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
plus 4 for your 18 strength.
Right. I rolled a 9.
You
Okay.
should have advantage because the rope, right?
Oh, advantage. Okay.
Everybody else got advantage.
I rolled a 9.
You're rolling.
Twice.
No, I rolled a 1.
No.
And you're still around the edges of the room at this point. As you go towards the center of the room, it is more and more rickety.
Are there stairs
talking
up or down, or just the hole in the middle?
Just the hole in the middle.
And do the chains go from here down, or do they come in?
Yes. Both.
All right.
Gotcha.
Esmeralda will walk delicately over to the chains and pull as a little elevator mechanism comes up.
Does it look more or less rickety than the rest of the floor?
About the
Dan
same
make
as the
it up or
floor
not?
directly surrounding the elevator, but Esmeralda gets on it.
So I'll go over there on it with her since I'm also the
Okay.
next lightest.
Why don't we do it one at a time? I want to grab
One at
him
a time?
that way. One at a time.
One at a time?
Yes.
You don't know what kind of dangers that.
I
All
think
right.
she can handle herself.
So she raises up she yet pulls on one of the chains, and it rises after she jangles it. She's not pulling on it at this point, and it appears to be being pulled by something, and she goes up.
That's not ominous.
You hear from above. It's a little bit better kept up here.
Okay, can you send the elevator back down
Let's
for
go.
us?
Can we try to
The
climb
elevator
up
starts to come
first?
down. What?
Can me and Dan try to climb up yet?
Well, the elevator's coming back down. Just wait for it.
I know, but we are currently still outside the tower.
Oh, no, you can.
You made it in.
You made it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we never rolled. Okay.
The rope's there. It's secure.
Okay.
But are you all getting onto this floor together? Onto the third floor at the same time? All 4 of you beefy boys.
No, somebody should
No.
stay in the window.
Gosh, no. I will
Alright.
stand in the window as the biggest boy and very unsecure in how heavy I am.
So
So Esmeralda went up one floor.
Yeah, so you should
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, so I'll just go out. I will carefully walk out to the middle and go up a floor as well.
all right. Roll me a dexterity check.
This is not our strong point.
Can't it be a strength or an athletics check? That's not good.
The beef is back.
So
Okay.
That's a lot of rolling.
on your way to the elevator,
What
the
about the
floor
elevator?
underneath you collapses.
Elevator collapses.
No,
just
the
the
floor
floor
underneath you on your way to the elevator. As does the
I
floor
want-
underneath that.
Underneath who?
I
You
broke
find
through
yourself
2
on the
floors.
first floor.
Okay.
You will take 7 bludgeoning damage
Wow.
as you are covered in splinters and have fallen through 2 floors. And,
Sure.
hey, congratulations, you're in the first floor. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, some of it new. And a few old crates stand near the east wall. A turned curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains the 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that go through similarly sized holes in the rotten ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Guys, there's statues down here.
And some crates. Can you check the
And
crates?
some crates.
Do you need us to come down?
Oh.
Aren't you
So,
still?
Here, I'm gonna pull up the rope from the side and the outside and re-dangle it down on the inside so that I can climb down safely
All right,
to
do
where
you?
he is. That's what I'm attempting to do.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna try and make my way to the elevator on a different route than what he took.
The elevator collapsed, didn't it?
No,
No,
the
just the
floor.
floor
Oh,
near the elevator.
Just the floor.
Okay. Dad, make a dexterity check. Spencer, make an athletics check.
Okay. Dan, will you roll me?
Sure. You got a 10. So I-
You're fine, Spencer.
Yeah, plus 6, so that'd be 16.
Yeah. So as you
16.
pass by the second floor, you see
17.
it's full of dust and cobwebs. It's otherwise empty. The wooden floor is badly rotted, and there is a Melek-sized hole. And you go all the way down, and you see what Melek saw. And Dad, you make it to the elevator. Do you request to go up or down?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
One
up.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Alright.
up and then I'll send it down to the bottom.
You go up. Unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation. Although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through arrow slits, as well as through dirt cake windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys, around which hang iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform. You see Esmeralda at the chest, which is open, holding a decapitated head.
Nice. Anybody you know?
Did I do that?
I have not been able to cast a speak with dead on him yet, but I'm assuming that, he must have come across my, mentor before he stayed here for a time.
So is this... I guess I'm not up there.
It's been preserved. That's why he's here, is for information, but the tower won't allow it at the moment.
Okay, so you got to take the head with you, is what you're saying?
I'm going to.
Fun. Anything else in the chest or around the
You
room?
do see a suit of armor.
Okay, I inspect the suit of armor.
Does it happen to be giant proportion?
Let me see some. Yeah, so you walk up to the armor and it does nothing.
I wouldn't expect armor to do anything. I examine it.
We have seen armor do things before.
This is true. I examine it very closely.
So this actually has a familiar symbol on it.
Is it the same symbol as on the door, or is
yes,
it like symbol of like
it does have the same symbol as on the door. And you remember a word on the door, and it's not here.
Oh, right. Chroma something or chrono something or...
Does anyone actually exactly remember that word?
I mean, hold up. I can look at the picture.
That's right, there's a picture.
It doesn't say on the picture.
It
There's
does
no
not
word
say
on
on
the
the picture. Good, astute eye. It's almost like you're supposed to remember these things or go back and check.
Fine. Hey, you guys down on the first
Well, we're
floor?
on the other side of the door. Can we open the door from the side that we're on?
I believe so.
We haven't even tried, so might as well while we're here.
You open the door, and you can step outside.
I'm
gonna
not
stay
going to. I'm just
inside.
gonna open it.
All right, you
Yeah.
open it. Do you
I'm
just
gonna
leave it
peek
open?
my head around the door and like see if I can look at it from the outside.
All right, you see right where it was the word Kazan, Khazan.
Zam.
Neat.
Okay, so they relay that information to me. I
Word
assume.
is Kazan.
Okay, so I'm going to say, well, I'm going to ask Esmeralda's thoughts on this, but I think I should just try to use that word to activate this. What does she think?
Go ahead. I haven't been able to do anything to it.
So I say Kazan.
It looks at you.
Looks at him.
Yes.
The inanimate suit of armor
The head
Say,
turns.
looks at him.
No,
Hello.
the head.
The decapitated head
no,
or the head of the
The
armor?
head of the armor.
So I say, I try and talk to it now.
Yes. You say hello.
Yeah. Okay, Kazan, step forward 1.
It steps forward a step.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
We got an
Kazan,
automaton.
step back.
It steps back.
I have a golem.
Kazan, can you fight?
It pulls out a sword.
Kazan, sheath your sword.
It sheaths the sword. By the way, whenever it pulled out the sword, it was really just the hilt of a sword.
It was really just the what sword?
The hilt of a sword.
Oh, yeah, we might need to arm it a little better.
I've got an axe.
Okay.
Quick question. Is this a Simon Says situation where he's got to go like, Kazan, do this?
I'm
or
sure if
can
you
we
give it
just order
broader
it now?
instructions, it can. Let's try some broader instructions than.
Are we talking
give it-
like, are we gonna have to speak in coding language here, or
Okay.
are we gonna?
How about Kazan, use the elevator to go to the first floor?
All right, it goes to the elevator, steps on it, pulls on the chain, and well, it pulls the chain and then the elevator. No, the elevator is on the top floor. Cool. So pulls it and then it starts going down 5 feet a turn. Just
Okay.
so you folks
I'm
on the
gonna-
bottom floor, notice those little clay statues start
Mhm.
turning winches.
Oh, they're turning wenches to bring things
So they're
up and down.
activating the. So they're the ones that are using the elevator.
These little clay
That's nice.
statues.
So they're clay. So there's some clay golems down here too. Can I? I'm gonna try to say Kazan and command the clay golems to do.
Wait till the
things.
guy gets down first.
No, he's talking to the clay
Okay.
golems.
Right, and if he stops,
But
the
they're working.
elevator stops.
So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over to the crates and I'm gonna pry them open.
Yeah, I'll help with that process. So I'm sure there's a few.
Right. All the crates in this room are empty.
Neat.
So there's the. Mhm.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, you're good. Keep going.
By the time you're done prying open the crates, the elevator's at the bottom floor.
Okay, I say hi, Kazan.
It looks expectantly for a command.
Then I tell Kazan go outside.
All right. It steps outside.
Ooh, I forgot. I'm gonna try to summon my.
The door
maul
magically closes.
real fast.
Your
magically
maul does not
closes.
apparate.
Maul does
That's
what?
annoying.
Does not appear.
Okay,
So this thing really blocks all magic.
I'm going to now that the people are, I'm gonna try to command the golem, the clay golems down here. I'm gonna, like, Kazan, step forward or whatever, or see if they'll obey.
Nothing.
There's
I'm
nothing
gonna walk
else
out
down
the
here.
door and hang out with Kazan outside.
So you walk out the door.
Hmm.
The Kazan is just chilling there. I guess you're calling him
Yeah.
Kazan now.
Yeah,
That's his name.
Kazan, give
Oh,
me a
you
little
don't
dance.
know his... I mean, you don't know if it had a name, but that
its
is at
name
least
now.
its keyword. Yes, it's its name now, apparently.
Kazan, dance.
It does an awkward shuffle like a dad at a concert.
Hey,
Who programmed this thing?
Oh, is there anything else on that bottom floor with us?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
I
I'm
wanna-
gonna shout. Oop,
Go ahead,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, that's fine. It's a
The elevator
important
goes
thing.
up.
I was just gonna say, all right, guys, like talking to the people on the upper floors, be like, grab whatever else you see, and we'll meet down at the bottom. And I just go outside too.
All right. She will grab the Morning Star and the rope and kick it down, and it kerthunks down at the bottom floor. And she continues to take the elevator down. Dad,
Wait,
you are
what
left
Morning
upstairs as she's taking the
I
elevator
think he
down.
means grappling hook.
Grappling
Yeah,
hook.
he means grappling hook.
Yes.
Those are very different things, but
Yes, yes.
I know. I said Morningstar earlier.
It's all
We were
good.
talking about it.
okay. So as soon as she's down, I'll summon it back up, and then I'll go down.
All right, you do so.
Alright, let's
Alright.
get going to that winery. Let's see this sweet new ride of yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not new. I had this made a while ago.
Okay, new to us.
All right. Load up, I suppose.
Kazan, get on the bus.
He
Load 'em
gets
up.
onto the cart.
I like this guy.
Oh, we need to give him a weapon.
I give him. Oh, Kazan, this is your new weapon. I hand him the battle axe.
All right, he has a battle axe.
Kazan, dual wield. I hand him a Morning Star.
He looks at both. He looks at his two-handed weapon and his one-handed weapon, and
No,
he
the
holds them
battle
both
axe
proudly.
is no battle axe is a one-handed weapon.
It's a versatile
There
weapon.
There is a two-handed battle axe.
Yes. This is the
This is
1d12 two-handed
Okay. Okay.
battle axe.
Okay.
Um,
So yes, we give
And
him
he's
both.
is he wielding them both? Is he
He is.
wielding them both at once? Is he
he is
able to do that?
attempting. It's
It's
a
an
bit unwieldy,
automaton.
as the battle axe has a very long hilt.
Hmm.
A bit closer to the handle, or closer to the blade.
You know, it may be better to give him the flail if he's gonna dual wield.
Sure.
All right.
I'll swap the axe for the flail
All right.
on him. Is this a little less unwieldy?
He does not react.
I'm gonna give him a longbow because I have an extra longbow.
All right. He has a long bow.
Okay.
Gonna
Do you give him arrows?
Arrows? Yeah.
I'll give him arrows too. Goodness.
How
Does it
many
work like a
arrows?
Bethesda NPC? You only have to give him one, right?
No. You cannot.
Yes.
You cannot
please.
sneak into his inventory, steal his arrows, give him an obsidian arrow, and collect them as he shoots.
Darn.
Uh,
Okay, so we're all loaded in the bus with hundreds of flasks of fire over our heads with an automaton we can kind of control, getting ready to go over rough dirt roads.
Yes.
It's magically stable.
Sure.
Yeah,
Who
no,
all's on the
I
inside of the
asked-
cart, and who all is?
I want to be on the
outside.
outside. I'm just too big, so
Alright.
I'll be out
Okay.
front with her.
So we're gonna start our path back, I assume
So
now.
this is not a TARDIS then?
No, we're going to the
I'm not
winery.
on TARDIS.
I'll also be on
Winery.
the outside.
All right, so you can be standing on the back or sitting on the back. There's enough room for two people to sit up front and two people to sit on back, and there's room inside.
So I'll sit up
I'll
front
sit
with
on the
Esmeralda.
back.
I just
Be
want
on
to
the
lay
inside
across the
with
top.
Esmeralda.
All right, so you can lay across the top. That works. And
Be inside.
Kazan is inside.
I'm gonna be inside, and Is there room for me and Esmeralda in there?
Esmeralda's out front driving.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna I'm gonna ask Ms. Esmeralda about the fire, cause the drive.
You can
is
open
not
up
gonna
like the
fire.
little there's a little slot that you can speak through.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna do that then.
I don't want
On the way up, I'm gonna.
anything in this belonging to me to fall into the hands of other people. Also, it's convenient to have vials of fire to throw at people if they or wolves if they get too close to the cart. Prevents theft.
How did you? I was just gonna say, how did you make the alchemist fire?
Oh, no, not me.
Okay.
Lots of money.
Okay.
You know how
so
hard it is to
we'll
find
continue on our
101
trip.
vials of alchemist fire? So
And we'll be bopping along.
she will settle into the driver's seat and grab onto reins that are just draped there and say Dorovash, and two quasi real draft horses are just appear in front. And she will say, take us down the dirt road.
Okay.
I will let you know whenever I re-trigger the
You're cutting out, Trace.
I'll let you know when I reset up the trap. If I do. Hey, you in the cart. Feed my chicken, will you?
Okay, whatever. Pet the
Hey,
chicken as I'm
whatever.
feeding it.
What chicken?
Hey,
So there,
whatever.
inside of the cart is a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken and a silver ewer.
Yes. What?
E-W-E-R. And 5...
In a silver ewer?
Yes. And 5 chicken eggs.
Okay. Do you want me to do anything with the eggs?
Put them in, there's a wooden trunk with claw marks on it. It no longer contains weapons. Yeah, that one.
All right. So I put the eggs in there and I feed the chicken, and I say, "Nice chicken," and I reach in and I pet the chicken.
It cocks you.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you've clearly never handled a chicken.
What's
I
your
have
wisdom
definitely
score?
handled a chicken. What's
Yeah,
my
they're
wisdom?
assholes.
Yeah.
I have, believe me, I have more than handled chickens. Just
Yeah, that's
nice.
fair.
What's your wisdom score?
My wisdom score is 15.
I couldn't hear what the first value is, but it's fine because it's above what I rolled. So the chicken does not peck at you. It just is kind of sitting there, just pretty mellow.
Mhm.
So you go down this dirt road and turn the other way down that fork.
Stab.
And the trail hugs a river for several miles. The dirt soon turns to marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth, pockmarked with strands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. You see...
Be on alert, boys, the mist.
Yes. You see in this marsh there are old cottages, walls covered in mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. These dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire as if they've long since given up escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where the light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones. Yeah.
I think this would probably be a good place to end.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Very much, as you guys are entering a new town.
Good session.
I really wanted you guys to kill that animated armor, but you just had to guess the key word. Alright.
Guess it? You literally, like, straight up told us it.
You had to go back and look, but I expected him to just stab the thing.
We're
Or
not a
just ignore
stabby
it.
kind of group. We're
Yeah.
not a random break things kind of
Hey,
group.
Which is
We might
weird
be
for your
beefy
strength
boys.
scores.
We might be beefy boys, but we have soft spots.
Also, like, my personality trait is being always paranoid, and Dad's already clearly overly paranoid.
All right. Well,
I figured you guys would just probably assume it was just a symbol of the house and just be like, hey, look, cool.
So these pages of the letter that we found kind of flipping through them while we're on our ride here. Do we think that these are kind of the origins of Strahd, or what?
No,
These
they're
are
her
Von
mentors.
Richten's journal.
Notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know
We
what they
asked
are.
her about that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I
Rudolf
missed that.
von
Yeah.
Richten.
I highly
The
recommend reading them. They have some important context.
Strahd is mentioned in there, but
Yeah.
he's
As well as a
not
baron.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. A baron that's a vampire that doesn't have Strahd's name. So possibly,
A thrall.
yeah, it could be this time or this town's baron. Who knows that we're entering? We just need to be careful.
Okay, so we're looking for the winery, riding on our magic cart.
Yeah,
We're
you,
I think
calling
we're
the
calling
session.
it for the night.
yeah, we're calling it for the night. But yeah, you guys have 2 allies now and a nice cart.
And a what?
A nice.
Well, I'd say
cart.
an ally and a tool,
Yeah, an ally and a tool.
and then a cart.
I will ask one of you or all of you to keep track of the stats of Kazek. You guys will have to command him for him to act in combat, but I will say for the sake of this that he is proficient in simple and martial weapons.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to use for him. It'll be his strength score, and he has a proficiency mod of just +2 at the moment. And they'll stay the same because he doesn't level up.
Cool.
Neat.
Unless you guys pull something extremely weird off.
Okay.
What it is, I don't know yet.
We do weird. We're good at that. So awesome, guys. Well, have a good night, and we'll be next week maybe.
I have a rehearsal next week at 6 on Tuesday. Is there?
Okay.
Are we just gonna skip a
So
week,
we
or do
could
we
look
want to
at a
try and
different
find another
We
day.
can
day?
skip a week.
Well,
Yeah, we
aren't
can
you-
either skip a week or if there
Grace,
is a
aren't you gonna
day.
have rehearsals every Tuesday and every?
No.
Oh, okay.
Rehearsal schedule is currently weird.
Okay.
Alright.
Um,
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
we'll talk about it before next week.
Alright. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Night.